Clobberin time!
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger. Ready to move out.
Clobberin time! Clobberonimo!
Come get some.
It's clobberin time!
The word is given.
Clobberonimo!
Greetings, clobberers, clobberonimos, clobberuskis, clobberoids, clubbarians, clubologists. Greetings to all who clob, those who wish to clob someday but have not yet. The secret is to bang the rocks together, guys. Hey, 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 hey. Welcome to Clobberin Times. Issue number 468 on YouTube, that is. 1,468 overall. Monday night, Moxie Comics Talk. Daredevil 60th anniversary celebration. Yeah, getting very close to my 50th anniversary doing this as a show. Clobberin Time, later to be Clobberin Times. But that's neither here nor there. It is, of course, April 1st. The new month begins. And I personally, I'm the one guy you're not going to get a practical joke from tonight because everyone does it. I got to come, goes, hey, I got to tell you something, guys. This is my last stream. Yeah. Not me. Like, I think someone called it International, what's it like? Don't Trust the Internet Day. Kind of, yeah. So, hey, Ravenscroft. Hey there. No, I did not see that Critical Drinkers joke. I'd have to watch that later. I have no problem with other people like engaging in it. I'm just saying, they'll get into it too much. It's just like, what could you do at this point? And it's funny because a very serious. Well, I'll get to that later. Let me do the show notes and shout outs, and then I'll talk about that a little bit. Because something serious happened today, and it took forever for me to confirm it was real, because even though it would have been a sick joke, I still thought it was a joke. But I'll get to that in a minute. Let's see here. I want to thank, of course, the great Mark D with a C last night, having a good time with him on the Sunday Night Geekery and Eatery. It was a great time. I want to thank the great J-Man for having me today. And we're doing our Legion Superheroes review, as we did with J-Man and Sean and myself. As always, had a blast, a Legion blast, and it was great fun. Tonight, of course, we'll be talking about the Man Without Fear, the great character Daredevil. His 60th anniversary is right about now. And we'll review issue number 1 of his comic and then talk about the character in general, because we just got through reviewing the Miller run. So, let's see. But, of course, before that, what's going on? Oh, Wednesday night will be the usual wild card. I don't know if Loki's going to have a comic book roundtable or not. But if he does, I'll be there. Of course. My great buddy Stone Loki. But I can tell you that there's going to be a Clobby's Clubhouse this weekend, as always. I mean, this week, rather, Thursday night. my wonderful first officer, the extraordinary Commander Arden Briggs, and our great Chief Engineer, Mark D. Join me as always on Thursday nights, 9 p.m. Central for the Clubhouse. We will have a lot of reviewing going on, some big time reviewing. We'll see how it goes if we can review three things. Two's probably our limit, but we're going to test it with 3. See how it goes. Blake 7 episode, that'll be a constant, though, of course. A new Blake 7 episode. Hostage being the episode. Then we will have a review of Kolchak, the Night Stalker, first episode of that series. We've done the 2 films, Night Stalker and Night Strangler, and now it's on to the show, which lasted 20-something episodes. And then Star Trek Unlimited, back to our Star Trek comics reviews. And so looking forward to that. And then this Friday, April 5th, I wish it was the 4th, just for the symmetry to work out, but oh well. You can't have everything. Where would you put it? Anyway, this Friday, because last week we just finished up Fearless. We finished up Fearless Fridays with our Daredevil review, our Miller's Daredevil reviews, and that was a lot of fun. And now what's it? Where were I? I was looking for something, couldn't find it, so never mind. Where did we start that? Oh, sorry about that, everybody. I was just I got distracted because I was having a bit of a technical issue. Never mind. All right. So this I can't find it. I'll find it later. This Friday night with our Fantastic Four review. Sorry about that. Reviewing Jack Kirby's classic Fantastic Four run from 1961 to 1970, issues 1 through 12. Excuse me, 12. Listen to me. 1 through 102. Issues 1 through 102 of Jack Kirby's classic Fantastic Four, a run, and of course all the first 6 annuals. That is, of course, 7 p.m. Central Eastern on J-Man's great channel, J-Man and Sean and myself. Fantastic Fridays. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to do 4 issues each week, and we are really looking forward to it. It's going to be greatness. It's going to be fantastic, and I can't wait. That'll be a lot of fun. And yes, arguably one of the most important comics ever. And then I don't know if I'll be able to make it or not, but I do know my good buddy Nick Weiser will be having the comic book Friday night comic shop talk, 8:30 Central Standard Time. Oddly enough, on Friday nights. So, and then of course it is Saturday Night Star Trek. We're starting season 6. Oh, I accidentally wrote season 5 on there. Whoops. Yeah, there it is. Okay, no wonder. That was the wrong one. Sorry. I'm an imbecilical. All right. So, yes, season 6 begins of Star Trek Voyager as we review all of real Star Trek 66 through 05, 735 Club. 4 more scintillating episodes. Now, let me do some shouting outing here. See who else here with us tonight, because I always do that. Our wrenches, of course, the great Eric K., the Bronze Wrencher. Vindicated Wrench of the Great White North, Chris Persia. Thanks so much. Well, what an amazing poster thing you made, buddy, as always. You know, they're always fantastic. Man, I could just sit there and look at them forever. They're brilliant, man. A little better than that Drek I do. Boy, you're so good at that stuff. D. Bud Martin, the Wrench of Iron, the God of the Wrenches, Lord Thoth. Avon lives, long live the Legion, my friend. Wrench without fear, and soon to be, well, Legionnaire extraordinaire, and soon to be Fantastic Four reviewers extraordinaire. The great J-Man, Maddie's daddy, Stephen Cal-El, Fanty Outsidery, our own music meister, Maximum Redstone, and of course our triple Bullwinkle, Larry. Now let me go back to the chat and see who's here with us tonight. FKH, what's up, Tim? Good to see you, buddy. Penny, hello, Penny. Good to see you, my dear. Uh-oh. Ptolemy's minions here. Hey, Ptolemy. I hope you and the pup are doing well. Good to see you, my dear. I hope you're being safe out there on the road. Both hands on the wheel, young lady. Let's see. Quagnar, what's up, brother? Let's see. Larry, the aforementioned Larry's here. Ravenscroft. Hello. Good to see you. Claude Salang, my friend. All right. Thanks for being here. And Ravenscroft, no, I did not see the drinkers April Fool thingy today. Sorry, but I'll have to take a look at that later if I can remember. My sketchy memory. Yeah, I think I got everybody shouted out so far. Anyone else who pops in will be duly shouted out. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you, brother. So, one of the things, I don't know, I guess I've gotten just, I'm old and cranky. You all know that. I bitch about everything. Well, I used to. Now I just bitch about a few things, but still I bitch. And I don't know. I guess I find April Fool to be kind of ruined by the internet because now, you could, as soon as like if you wake up and you're kind of groggy, you don't know what day it is, you might fall for some dumb headline. But usually, if they're really silly, it's a joke. By the way, you can laugh. You can go, that's a good one. There's nothing wrong with that. I laugh at them as well. Don't get me wrong. Member for 2 months. FKH, thank you. Says, as always, this is a good show. Well, thank you. Well, you're too kind. You're too kind, FKH. And you are a good friend of the show, so I thank you. Yeah, Larry, I'm the same way. I was young and cranky, now I'm old and cranky. But, I'm just saying that sometimes it's like sometimes they're so ridiculous, they're fun. And that's the thing when they're ridiculous. But sometimes the boy cried wolf stuff today happened a little bit today. I don't know. I'm not going to get deep into this story. Everyone already kind of has, and we don't do serious stuff here. We're about to start celebrating Daredevil, for God's sake. It's a sad thing though. I don't know if any of you have been following the Ed Piskor story. And if any of you even know who he is, it's kind of it's a relatively obscure name unless you know comics. I hadn't even had to remind myself who he was. And I was like, the name sounds familiar, but he's not like the biggest. Well, nobody's a big name in comics these days unless they're from the old school. For me, anyway, because I don't know a lot of the new people, but I didn't. I've known his work. And when it was talked about today, the Ed Piskor story, LDG, free the net. Hello there. Welcome. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you for popping in. By the way, thank you all who are lurking. I don't say it enough because I forget things, but I do appreciate you lurking out there. It's much appreciated, in fact. And watching, or anyone watching on a download or a rewatch, however you want to call it, I want to thank you as well so much for doing so. But the Piskor story, because I'm not going to say who, but because of a certain person that started talking about it this morning on the X, as we call it now, Ironhide 84, good to see you, buddy. The person who kept posting about it had talked about him before, so I thought it was. I said, "Oh, this is April 1st. This is pretty. If this is true, it's pretty disturbing that anyone would make a joke like that." But the thing is, it's the kind of thing I would not put past this person to make a joke like that. If you see what I'm saying. I'm not going to name him, and if you know who it is, don't name him in the chat or anything, if you would, please. I'm not going to get into that. And so it took about, I mentioned a couple of times, and it took you have to go look and make sure. And I was doing something, so I just everyone was putting crazy crap on there, which is, again, perfectly fine, okay? It's fun. It's just like, to me, it's like, yeah, it's so cornball now because everyone expects, when everyone's looking for a joke at the same time, and it's not as, I know it's a national holiday of sorts, not really a holiday, but it's a national thing we do every year. It's for fun and it's cool. But how do you not see anything coming at this point? And you get caught off guard when you're waking up in the morning. Other than that, you're like, someone tells you something crazy. You go, oh, yeah, sure. Yeah. And again, it's all in good fun. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm not even really angry about it or cranky. I'm just saying sometimes if people do put really elaborate ones and even sick ones, sometimes they try to get to like something dark or disturbing. And if it's on April 1st, it makes you go, oh man, is that true? who would make the joke like that? But then you realize where we are in society, especially with social media. You go, yeah, some people would make a joke like that. It turns out it's not a joke. About the comic book artist, 41 years old, Ed Piskor, self-deleted today, and he wrote a self-deletion note of all about it beforehand. And I wasn't sure it was true till I have I looked into it. I know if you're familiar with it for this work. I only buy like one or two of his things that I didn't really read a lot of them. That was not in my wheelhouse in terms of the things he created, but I knew of him. I'd forgotten the name. I needed my memory jogged about the name. No offense, but to him, but I have seen some of his work out there, and the reasons for what happened are pretty disgusting and disturbing. And it's a crazy story. I'm not going to go into the story here. That's just not what I do here. Enough people are going to be doing that over the next few days. Some already have on some streams. I mean, this just happened today. And there are people who've already streamed about it. I'm not going to say what I think of that. I was told about someone doing a stream on it. I didn't hear it myself. So it's a messed up story, but it's the kind of thing I think he timed it this way. As crazy as that is, he wanted it to be confusing to people, I think. And it's really disturbing, to be honest with you. And it has to do, without saying any more, but it has to do with cancel culture. And I just leave it at that, because I'm gonna have fun tonight. But I just thought I would mention it because it's just I shouldn't have probably, but everyone else is going deep into it and stuff like that. It's just kind of I guess it's a cautionary tale, and people are going to need to know about it because of what happened, the ramifications. But I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to. I did not know the guy personally, obviously, but he had some serious problems. And yeah. So, but anyway, on to Daredevil. No, I hate to make that kind of a crazy segue there, but that's what we're here for. We let everybody else handle the scary stuff. One thing that's not scary is what a great character Daredevil is. Do we have any Daredevil fans here tonight? Because my good buddy J-Man and Sean and I just celebrated one of obviously the most famous of all of the Daredevil, comic book runs, the Frank Miller Daredevil, which gave us so much. It not only gave us Elektra, it only gave us Elektra. Let's see. It gave us like a whole new. It changed comics, the Frank Miller Daredevil run. But the thing is, how do you put it? One of the things we learned in life is sometimes good comes from bad, and bad comes from good. If you know what I'm saying. And if you know, I don't know, how do you put it? How do you put it? The Frank Miller Daredevil run was special. It changed comics. Hey, Tex. All of it. We reviewed every single thing Daredevil had as fans, original or both. All of it. His original runs, he only co-plotted, and he started drawing it at issue 158. And then he ended. Then around 168, he took over the writing chores for the most part, and then later he started even drawing it. He was just writing it until about 191. Then he left the book and came back at 227 and did Born Again. And then he ended it a few years later. He did a story called Man Without Fear. So we reviewed every single thing that Miller had to do with Daredevil, all of it. And it changed comics. There's no question about it. It influenced the influence of Frank Miller's Daredevil on comics. And again, J-Man and Sean and I reviewed every bit of it over the past few weeks. That's why, again, like I said, we're starting with FF next week. But it took us 14 weeks to review all of Daredevil, all of Miller's Daredevil. Adrian James, what's up, buddy? And it's a great run. I mean, it's absolutely it's some of it, especially Born Again. Man, Born Again's a masterpiece. His first run had a lot of really great stuff. It's really good stuff. To me, the one he wrote and didn't draw, Born Again. Well, there are other ones he wrote and didn't draw as well, but Born Again to me is his masterpiece. That's just my opinion. So it was great going back and deep diving on these again with Sean and J-Man on J-Man's channel. And we're going to do the same thing to FF starting next week. The whole deal, the entire Kirby run. We're going to have 4 issues a week. But the Miller run was special. Daredevil had been around for about 15, 16 years before Miller came along and changed it and changed comics. Changed the art form. After that, everyone wanted to do what Miller was doing. They wanted to be Miller. And it led to some good comics, then to a lot of bad ones. I mean, let's just not sugarcoat it. A couple of years back, I did a show about it was called something to do with it was pre-Miller Daredevil. It was about me, the pre-Miller years. I just want to talk about the fun back when Daredevil was a fun-loving superhero. I'm not lamenting the Miller stuff. And man, Netflix should have paid Frank Miller a lot of money for how much they ripped him off. I love the Daredevil TV show, especially the first 2 seasons. Man, they changed things a lot, but they stole so much from Miller. It's ridiculous. Ridiculous they didn't put his name on the front of it. Then last week, the week after we reviewed Born Again, we reviewed his 1993 5-issue miniseries, Daredevil, Man Without Fear. And personally, I don't think I don't speak for Sean and J-Man, but they were kind of like me, but we all were fairly close to the same opinion on it. I didn't like it very much back then, and I don't like it now. It takes a lot of liberties. He does a lot of retconning and some not good kind of retconning. He fiddles with things in the origin that I don't like. And it's just not a good comic, in my opinion, in a lot of ways. Terrible art terrible penciling, at least in my opinion, by John Romita Jr., and it can't even be saved by the great Al Williamson on the inks. And it's just not a Daredevil comic, particularly, and just it delves so deeply into his origin, it does it in a boring fashion, and I just don't like the comic. I don't know if you do, if you'll all like it or not, if you've read it or whatever, but not my bag personally. What didn't do it for me. But Born Again is brilliant. A lot of his other stuff before that was brilliant. But because that Daredevil run is so potent and so strong, hey, Cinema Gulp, good to see you. Welcome. Because it's huge. Now, it made it to where when people, even after Miller was long gone, it makes people think, when they think Daredevil, they only think about the Miller run. That's why I did that show a couple years ago about basically covering, the years before Miller. Again, that's been a couple years back now. Because it's important to recognize that he was not the same character before that. But his comic was on the verge of cancellation when Miller took it over. You can't not success. And there were a lot of mediocre to absolutely awful runs on the character after Miller left, both times. And then there was one in the mid 90s, in 1996, for about five, six issues or something that Marvel made a big deal about that they didn't continue. It was Carl Kessel and Carrie Nord did the the story and the art, and it was actually fun. They brought him back sort of to his old kind of fun roots, and it was pretty cool. I liked it. It was kind of fun, and then they just abandoned it. They made a big deal about it, then they abandoned it. I was not buying Marvel comics on a regular basis at all. And a friend told me, "Hey, look, this is kind of cool. It's something fun with it," and it was fun, so it had to die. And let's see what Ravenscroft has to say about this. He says, Miller did to Daredevil what Moore did to Swamp Thing. Completely reignited the character and became the impossible standard for any other writer to meet. I'd largely agree with that. I would generally agree with that, Ravenscroft. Absolutely. The Swamp Thing book was in the same mess that the Daredevil book was at the time. Swamp Thing had been canceled in its early run in the early 70s, and then there'd been a couple of reprints, and then when they were coming out with a movie was in the works, the original Swamp Thing film. They came out with a comic, called Saga of the Swamp Thing, and it had Martin Pascoe writing it and Tom Yates doing the art, which is an interesting artist, but and it was just kind of stagnant. It was starting, the sales were dying, drooping, they had, I think Swamp Thing Annual was an adaptation of the movie, the Wes Craven Swamp Thing film. And it was kind of nowhere. Then Alan Moore, who had made a big name for himself in British comics, and had gotten, somehow, some kind of way, managed to get, because I think Karen Berger and some other people recognized him, got given Swamp Thing. Again, it was a bi-monthly book, if I remember correctly. It was about to be canceled. And this was not too long after Miller had, this was a couple years after Miller had worked his magic and to save the Daredevil title. And so it's very similar. Absolutely. You're absolutely right. They're very similar ideas. And he reignited the character. I mean, I remember I couldn't believe it when I was there buying Daredevil when Miller started just drawing it with Roger McKenzie doing the stories. And it was still something about just the art, and Miller was co-plotting it that made people stand up and take notice. And then more, same thing on more Swamp Thing. When I started, I was not buying this. I was buying Daredevil on and off at the time when Miller took over. I was not buying Swamp Thing anymore when Moore took over. I had to hear about it from somebody. Man, you ought to take a look at this. What? Huh? Who? What? Alan? Who? What? And was just, the first issue he did was like issue 20, and it was called Loose Ends. It was just kind of tying up old storylines, but it was more. But the first issue, the anatomy lesson, man, that changed everything. And then Alan Moore, what he did with Swamp Thing was just, and so Miller's Daredevil, more Swamp Thing as far as mainstream comics, one for Marvel, one for DC, changed it all. Did it change comics for the better? No. And more, even more, is Looney Tunes now admits that it didn't change things for the better. Matthew Pounder, what's up, buddy? But it did make for a lot of very good comics for a while. Sort of like it had a short-term amazing effect because everyone wanted to do better, more innovative work. They wanted to be like Miller. They wanted to be like Moore. And we'll do some Alan Moore stuff later. We'll do some Alan Miller tonight. But I'm just saying the two of those really they set the tone for comics for the next 20 years. For better or worse, Miller and Moore did that. In that order, Miller, Moore. So, but back to Daredevil, as soon as Miller left it went right back into the crapper. The stories were just hacky. It was just like, no one cared. The books, the sales went, it floated a bit, so it kept the sales going. It kept the series selling, but till Born Again came along and Miller knocked the sales through the roof again. That shot in the arm, kept but it was withering on the vine of hackiness. So Miller, he revived the character that, I don't know, because look, if he had not come along, it was already, like I said, it was already bi-monthly. That usually gets you canceled soon. And then everyone would go, man, for 14, 15, 16 years or whatever, Daredevil's around now. I mean, just imagine if Miller didn't come along, he'd pop up in a comic every now and then. They probably would have kept trying to give him a series over and over again every now and then, and a mini series and stuff. And then, he would have been just kind of a footnote in Marvel's history, And Matthew Pounder, you're not the only one. A lot of people enjoyed the Ann Nocenti run. I guess I just never. I mean, maybe I should try it again one day. I'll take a look at it. I tried a little bit back when it came out. I didn't really care much for the art. That was kind of a big, It wasn't a lot of her run by John Romita Jr. I may be wrong. I really can't remember, but but Daredevil, and like I said, we had a great time reviewing all of it, except for that last one, Man Without. At least I didn't think it was that good, Man Without Fear miniseries. Tonight, I'm going to review Daredevil #1. Going to go all through it here because I don't know, just because I've never done it before. And then we'll talk about other things to do with the Daredevil character, obviously. Let's see. I hung around after Born Again for about 5 issues, and man, it was like a different world. Yeah, Ravenscroft, and I just recently went and read some of the ones after Born Again. Holy crap, man. Wowzer. Okay, Daredevil #1. It's cover dated April 1964, 60 years ago. However, I think it was released in February, but yeah, we're close enough, right? Stephen S., hey there. Good to see you. So, here comes Daredevil, a man without fear. Marvel Comics Group, 12 cents. Approved by the Comics Code Authority. #1, April. Indie. Remember when we introduced Spider-Man? Now we continue the mighty Marvel tradition with Daredevil. This was this cover was by Kirby. The original cover was by Bill Everett. And it doesn't look that much different, but Stan didn't like it. He asked Kirby. By the way, Kirby did a lot of design work. He did not create Daredevil. Bill Everett did, but he did have something to do with it, of course, which is not shocking. Kirby did everything. But yeah, Stan wanted Jack to draw the cover. He wanted Jack to do everything. And again, the original, the Everett one's fine. Same design. In fact, Everett did the splash page. I'll show you in a minute. But still, sorry, big mess. Kirby did say he created that. That's right, he did. I mean, he did say that. Yeah, and I believe him over the other people. But I think Bill Everett had a lot to do with it too. Ravenscroft said, I had a ton of respect for you before, but man, now I'm actively jealous. Daredevil one. Well, it's not like I have it, buddy. I don't have a copy of this, if that's what you mean. I have reprints. I think I sold a copy of this once way back. Yeah. But I still appreciate you, Ravenscroft, very much. Say those kind words, and I have every respect for you too, buddy. But I wish I had this one. But I thought we would review it, because it's the anniversary. And then we'll talk other Daredevil points, of course. So, remember when we introduced Spider-Man, a worthy companion magazine to such all-time greats as the fabulous Fantastic Four. In this issue, you will meet the most unusual hero of all, Matt Murdock, fun-loving Foggy Nelson, gorgeous Karen Page. Can you guess why Daredevil is different from all other crime fighters? ? Now, for those who don't know, you might know, Daredevil is not only is he not, he's not the first character called Daredevil in comics, and he's not even the first, and he's not the first blind superhero either. Again, maybe many of you know that already. I'm sure most of you do. Around here, we know that sort of thing. So I'll go ahead before I do this. I meant to do this before. Dr. Bob's Nightmare, welcome. Good to see you. Let's see, where are you? Of course, the first character called Daredevil. There he is. Yep. So was from those old Leave Gleason publications. Or Lev Gleason's, and he had like a couple different origins. It's very, I think Don Rico worked on him, Jack Binder, people like that, and then later, and the first ones later, I think Jack Cole, legendary creator of Plastic Man, revamped him. But your first Daredevil was not Matt Murdock, and of course, also the Matt Murdock Daredevil was not the first blind superhero. So I do believe it was Dr. Midnight, but there may have been one before him that I'm missing. I'm forgetting because I forget crap all the time. But yes, so there he is, Daredevil. Remember Daredevil and the Little Wise Guys. The greatest name in comics, Daredevil. And he ran around with the Little Wise Guys. So, like a lot of these Marvel characters, they were taken from another, older character. Challengers of the Unknown were called the Daredevils, and they were Daredevils. So, anyway, just a little. Sorry, I'm just a little aside, so you know that Daredevil, the Man Without Fear, was not the first character called Daredevil. I know, not particularly interesting, but what can you do? So let's get back to Daredevil number 1. Where'd I put it? Oh, there we go. All right. Who was first, Daredevil or Hot Stuff? I believe the original Daredevil was before Hot Stuff, but of course, Hot Stuff was coming out. It's a good question. If you mean this Daredevil, all I can tell you for sure is this Daredevil, the Marvel one, is 60 years ago, pretty much right now. He's 60 years old right now. Captain Infinity. But Hot Stuff, you'd have to ask D-Bud for sure. I think which one I'm thinking. Hey, Joe Dog. Oh, I didn't know Daredevil was your favorite hero. Well, cool. Cool, Joe Dog. Well, good to see you, buddy. All right, so here we go again. Issue number 1. If you notice again the Kirby cover, because they made let Kirby. Jack wanted Kirby to redraw it. It's just the cover part with Daredevil. And if you look at the origin page, the splash page, Bill Everett drew Daredevil on that. Look, there's the Everett figure, the Kirby figure. They're not that different. The great Bill Everett, of course, creator of the Submariner. Nitro was one of the first blind superheroes for Daredevil comics number 2. Yeah, that's Wagner. That's why I think it might be Nitro before Dr. Midnight, but I just don't have it in front of me right now. I could have swore it was Dr. Midnight, but I can't remember anything anymore. I love the fact that Daredevil takes a childhood taunt and turns it into a name strength. Miller said it best, I'll fight the bullies till the day I die. Yep, but even Miller didn't come up with that. Now, this credit box has the word written by Stan Lee. I remember when I wrote all of this and I drew it and I created everything. And I created Daredevil, but illustrated. Yeah, illustrated. All right. Okay. By Bill Everett, lettered by Sam Rosen. My opinion is most of the creating, most of the plotting, all of it was done by Bill Everett. And I based this based on 40 some odd years of looking at this kind of stuff and research, who said what went where, but doesn't mean it's true. It's an opinion. And again, that's all it'll ever be, probably. Everett once said Kirby plotted it. Well, that makes sense. No. I'll tell you what, we know Stan didn't plot it. I know you're kidding, Larry. I do that all the time. I remember when I created Larry. I thought, wouldn't that be a great name for a guy in the chat one day in the future? And I said, I'll see if Jack can draw this one. So, shit. Oh, shiite. Oh, man, what's happening to this dang thing? All right. Oh, I know you're kidding, Larry. Come on, man. That's cool. So here we go. We start out, of course, Fogwell's Gem. I mean, you could tell from what was going on at Marvel at the time. I mean, Bill Everett was just, it was a lot older now, but he was a great artist. Daredevil shows up in his yellow and red costumes, and these bums playing poker at the Fogwell's Gym and starts kicking some ass because he wants to know what's going on. He's looking for Fixer, the scumbag Fixer. And so he's just whooping ass on all these boys. And then we basically tell the story, the origin of Matt Murdock. So much of this. Look, that's exactly right. Jack Kirby is the king. Hey, I was waiting for it, old chum, says Chris Crockett. No, hey, good to see you, buddy. Good, my buddy Chris. I don't know what you're referring to, but yeah. Says Clobby, did Kirby confirm your thoughts regarding Lee's participation when you met him? Or was that something that didn't come up? Oh, it came up a little bit. That was a long time ago now, but he didn't just, Jack was not shy about it. Yes, Larry, I met Jack twice, and first time we didn't get to talk about anything like that. The second time we got to talk about a lot of it. And he was, in 1990 was the second time I met him. 86 was the first at Dallas Fantasy Fair, then 90 at Atlanta Fantasy Fair. And we talked about a lot of other stuff, but yeah, he was never shy about it. You could find full interviews where in the Comics Journal, if you read that, if you go find that Comics Journal interview from the mid 80s, Jack says things. He says, I did it all. And he basically, and again, whether you agree with him or not, whether you think, choose wherever you choose to believe, he said he did it all. I mean, he was pretty brutal to stand in that interview. And he did it in a couple of other interviews too, with the Comics Journal and others. So, where he blatantly says he created it all. Just telling you what he said. People say, how do you know you weren't there? Look, and the Stan worshipers, the ones who worship Santa Claus are always going to be like you can't reason with them. You can't even make them entertain the possibility. Because I always entertain the other possibility. I say, look, I wasn't there. But I listen to what both of them say, and I look at a lot of empirical evidence about the creativity of these guys and lack thereof, and the things Jack was capable of, and the things Stan never did. I mean, look, but I always preface my remarks about Stan with I believe. This is my opinion, my belief, and that's that. I'm not going to get into the Stan argument, but I'm just saying, yeah. We talked about it a little bit, and I believe Jack personally more than I would believe Stan. I think he's more credible. They're both human. They both made mistakes, obviously, and they had their arguments. And it's true I wasn't there, but that's who I choose to believe. Well, some people choose not to believe either, or to believe it's 50-50 no matter what, and not listen to any arguments either way. Maybe that's a good way. It helps people live. It doesn't serve the truth, in my opinion. In my opinion, I mean, I'm. If you say you're biased, I'll say you're right. I am biased. I'm biased by a lot of the things I've said both of them say, and all the contradictions Stan's made over the years. And Jack, I haven't seen a lot of contradictions from him. And it was a question of power. One had power over the other, and that matters too. But so anyway, but like I say, Matthew Pounder, I think I agree with you. I think, like Jack said, probably plotted this Daredevil story. But Bill Everett, was also very creative, and of course, he did a great job. So basically, when I went back and reread this today, there's very little of it that I would even attribute to Stan's usual style of hyperbolic prose, though some of it's there. And anyway, Matt Murdock, as in battling Matt Murdock, I really hated what Miller did to battling Matt Murdock. Agreed, Christopher Crockett, buddy, I agree. And again, it's just an opinion. I could be dead wrong, So, I hate what Miller did to battling Matt Murdock. He made him a scumbag, made him hit his kid and stuff. And this one, he truly loves his son, but he wants what's best for him, and he wants his son, because he's a big pug who fights and all that stuff. He doesn't want his son to fight, doesn't want him to play athletics, as you can see. And that as a result, the schoolyard bullies call him, basically, they're laughing at him. They call him Daredevil because they think he's a chicken. They're being ironic. And he says, they're laughing at me. They think I'm a sissy. He didn't like being that, so he went and punched a punching bag and knocked it off. So he goes, wait, I can start working out. So he started working out and training himself. Bill Everett was a master cartoonist, by the way. Even at this stage of his career, Bill Everett was amazing. It was just incredible. And so as Pappy is insistent, as Pappy wants to get back in the fighting game, he goes to see Fixer. Fixer gives him a fight. It looks like Ted Grant. He's going to fight Ted Grant. Just kidding. No. And then Matt Murdock, he jumps into the front of the car to save the blind man from Ajax Atomic Labs radioactive materials. Danger. Will Robinson. Let's see. Sorry. Where we're okay. So as you all know, again, you all know this. You all know the origin, but it's not as dreary and downbeat as Miller's or the TV show. And I love the TV show, man. Don't get me wrong. That's right. Evil Knievel was called Daredevil. That is true. True that, Larry. So, again, now he's starting to learn about his radar senses. And he's actually happy because, man, he can do all kind of crap. Yeah, he can't see, but... And again, this issue basically lays out, explains all of his newfound powers, if you will. And in the meantime, battling Matt... Kid Murdoch, as they call him, battling Jack Murdoch is going to go has a fight for the championship, or for a shot at the championship, but he's supposed to take a dive, but he doesn't want his kid, even though his kid can't see, he doesn't want to fail in front of his kid. In the crowd, a kid with a bowl of 4 turtles says, I like turtles. Yeah, ping, ping, ping. Yep, the sound effect of a mother box. Yeah, Matthew Powell, that's right. He's got the sound effect. Yeah, so Jack Murdoch takes the pug out. And the winner, Bradley Murdoch. He wanted his son to be proud of him, and Fixer don't like it. Crack. So Fixer has him weighted course, you all know the origin. One thing great about this origin that's in Frank Miller's stupid retelling of it, Frank Miller has a scene where, where Matt gets in a fight as a kid, like in his 13, 14 or whatever. All right, buddy. Tex, take it easy, bro. Thanks for being here, man. Be careful out there, bro. The great 1701 Tex, folks. So, and in that Frank Miller origin, which he did it twice. He did it in the original run, and he did it in that second, that last Man Without Fear thingy. At ringside, it's battling Matt Murdock. He has won another fight. He's one step away. Sorry. He's one step away from a shot at the title of greatest fighter in the world. Don't tell Steve I did that. All right. Don't tell Maddie's daddy that I did that. All right. So where were I? Okay. So frickin' Miller, I love Miller and everything, but he had a scene in both of his times he touched on the origin because he did it twice. He did it in the regular first run, and then he did it in the Man Without Fear miniseries, where Jack Murdock slaps Matt, hits Matt, punches him. Salty's Travel and See. What's up? What is up with your bad self, folks? Good to see the great Salty One himself here on Clobberin Times. And we've got battling Jack Murdock. His son's Matt. I don't know what I'm doing. Anyway, so Miller, love him, but I was very aggravated with him putting the scene, which was unnecessary, having Jack Murdock hit his son Matt. That screws the character for me. I hate him. I hate that he did that. Thanks, Christopher Crockett. Don't tell Maddie's daddy, but his Maddie's daddy hates my co-cell. So I try not to do it often. He's an extraordinary athlete. So in this, it's not there. Miller, Scruckhead, Bok Joe, Rick Berman. That's true. It's Monday night Geek Ball. Look at that little Daredevil run. Sorry. All right. So, where am I? Oh, okay. I forgot where I was. Anyway, Jack's dead. Jack Murdock's dead. And we move on to Foggy. Unlike in the TV show, his father was rich, and they said he sets up the boys in a law practice. Nelson and Murdock, attorneys at law. And they meet the gorgeous Karen Page. Her voice is like music from the sound. She's 5'4", young, and I know she's lovely. I don't even know what that means. I'll never be able to concentrate on my law work until Dad's murderer is finally brought to justice, the little bastard. So he makes his own costume like they used to do in those old superhero days of the past. They didn't have some other party making a costume for him. Hey, Joe Doggo, I love Frank Miller's run too. I just don't like things he did in it. I don't like what he did to Jack Murdock. Yeah, Matt. Look, like I said, we adored Miller's run. We had a great time reviewing it on J-Man's channel. I'm just saying there were things I didn't like about what he did to the origin. I love Miller's. Yeah, I love Miller's run. I mean, what do you mean? It's obvious. Look, I love Miller's run. See. But yeah, that I did not. I thought Miller was dead wrong to do that. But yeah, like you said, Matthew Pounder, not all of anybody's work. Not even the greatest stuff has its problems. So Matt knits his own. Ellie says, all I need are some old shirts, which I can stitch together. I'm no Betsy Ross, but I should be able to handle this. Lucky my touch is so sensitive. I can even blend the colors for each fabric. has a different feel to me. And there, he made his dang costume. That's the stuff of 60s comics, folks, and I'm damn proud of it. Joe Dog says, this is the year of Iron Fist 50th anniversary. It is, and I will do something about it. Eventually, I will do something about Iron Fist anniversary there. Joe Dog might review an issue or something, because I love Iron Fist. All right. Okay, so makes his costume. Make sure he adds the D on there. Fixes his billy club. He is good to go as a superhero. He's ready to kick some arse. And then he just goes after the fixer, and that's that. It goes in there and ends up whooping some of the fixer's arses, and it's pretty basic from there. We all know. Chases him down, beats him. The guy gets away. We go back to the offices because, this is a comic book. You got to have some drama. Chris says, yeah, but did he manage to center that D logo perfectly on his unit? But how did he? Because he's Daredevil. He uses his radar sense, of course, man. How can you ask such a silly question? Oh, good night, Penny. I didn't know you were leaving. Penny, love you. Thank you for being here, my dear. My bad. And, of course, Foggy's like, man, she's talking to Foggy about how much she likes Matt. And he goes, wow, what's she talking about me like that, dang it? So DD goes back. There's only one D there right now. Daredevil. Daredevil goes back and he loses Fixer, so he dresses back up as Matt Murdock, blends into a crowd, finds him, then goes back into his Daredevil mode and kicks some more ass, and that's the issue pretty much. By the way, I love this one bit in here that there's no way they can get with today. Foggy's going back to the law office. He says, but entering the new office, Foggy finds it unoccupied except for the most decorative accessory. Stan, who likes to claim wrote everything, apparently refers to Karen as a decorative accessory. You toxic, you. Deathlock will be 50 also. Yeah, I love Deathlock. I'm gonna read it. Well, look, that's cool stuff. Joe Dog, good to know. Good reminder. I'll also do a Deathlock issue. I love Deathlock. Cool stuff, bub. So, yes. How toxic-y of you, Stan. What was wrong with you? Well, I thought she was decorative. What the hell? It's 1964. You can say that kind of crap. But I'm not toxic. All right. So anyway, we got basically the issue ends up. It's a pretty standard start. Dad, wherever you are, I kind of hope you're resting easier now. Don't waste a minute. We can't wait to hear what you think of Daredevil. Send your letters to Daredevil, care of Stanley Lieber, 3rd floor, 655 Madison Avenue, New York City, 21. And in the meantime, true believer, remember, this is just the beginning. We've only scratched the surface. Daredevil really hits his stride in issue number 2 when he faces his first supervillain. Don't miss it. Well, let's just take a look at that puppy. See what you got for a stand. I'm not going to review, so I'm just going to flip through it. Issue number 2, by the way. This was this dumb Daredevil flashback book they did. I remember that. I don't know why that's right there. But issue number 2. I have the masterworks of this. Yep. Daredevil guest starring The Thing and the powerful Electro. You know, seeing Electro here is kind of funny for me. Because wait a minute, where was I? I was looking for something. Where are you? Where are you? Sorry, I want to find some info. I needed to check on something. All right. Yeah, there you go. Where is the hell's going on? All right. So Electro, of course, is a Spidey villain, but he's loaned out to Daredevil for this one, which is fine, by the way. You can blink and still see the thing, or maybe yeah. So let's see here. Number 2. The art in this one. This is got to be one of the earliest things by Vince Colletta inking. Joe Orlando did the pencils on this one, so wouldn't be surprised if Kirby plotted this one also. But anyway, yes. So over from the Spidey book comes Elektra, and it says the thing's going to be in here. I haven't read this in forever. We'll just take a look at it real quick, just for the fun of it. Wow, inking by Vince Colletta. Oh, boy. Hey, boy. All right. All right, so here we go. The evil menace of Electro. So something how this the first supervillain. There is the thing right there. Now hear this, Buttercup. The ever-loving Thing doesn't wait for anyone. So the Thing busts into Matt Murdock's. The Thing I didn't realize. Yeah. What the hell? Force the two pieces together. Call this instant welding. I don't know how he did that. He fixed the guy's door. So the Thing wants help from Matt Murdock. He's in the look. The old FF. They just they put the. I remember when I haven't read this in a long time. But it's not just the Thing. The whole FF is in here. That's a pretty early. The wonderful Fantastic car. Down they're gone. Oh man, I don't know. Joe Orlando was not really the kind of artist for Daredevil. And this Vince Colletta ink, I was just gonna flip it. I've read the story before, so but I've forgotten some of it. Don't worry, folks. The art gets better. But anyway, we'll just talk about some basic Daredevil because I think the same art team stays on the book for a while. We should probably go to. Yeah, I know what I'll do. All right. Since we were celebrating Daredevil, we should probably do this. What am I thinking? Let's go to the next most important chapter because number 1's important because it's number 1, obviously, right? But let's take a look at what, in my opinion, is one of the greatest comics of the Silver Age. And that was a Daredevil book called Daredevil number 7. Number 1's the most important because it starts it all out, of course. We've reviewed. In fact, I've been meaning to review this. I want to give it a proper review. But right now, because it's the anniversary, let's just go for it. Me and you and me, on our big 60th anniversary special. Because this comic, Daredevil number 7, was released February the 4th, 1965. So it's 59 years old. With basically Wally Wood doing the penciling and the inking and probably the story. Just saying. Yeah, Matthew Penn. I have nothing against Joe Orlando. Absolutely. But Vinny Coletta certainly didn't help him. Which one does he fight, Subby? And this is 7. That was a great issue. And this is it. Let's go take a look at it real quick, because this is one of the greatest comics ever made. We're celebrating Daredevil. We've already talked to Miller. Added for the past few weeks. It's been Miller. So let's just look at some key times. Here comes. I have this on a shirt, by the way. I need to find it. It comes Daredevil, the man without fear. This epic doesn't need any hard sell. It's one of Marvel's greatest. That's some true hyperbole, Stanby. The Merry Marvel Marching Society wants you to march. New York Daily Press. Daredevil battles Submariner in mortal combat with Submariner. An encounter destined to be hailed as one of the proudest accomplishments of this, the new Marvel age of comics. But boy, man, God, he knew this. He knew how to hype, didn't he? Look at that beautiful splash page. Good God, man. Wallace Wood was a master, sir. I used to have that comic, but I think I lost it when I moved, said Christopher. Oh, buddy. Damn. Damn. Ironhide saying, yes, coincidentally, since Easter was just yesterday, I have a weird fantasy reprint from the 60s. Joe Orlando story at Easter egg hunt leads to an alien invasion. Cool stuff. So, look at that, man. Oh, another super spectacular in the mighty Marvel tradition, written by the master of the spoken word, me. Because I'm the master of spoken words. Didn't you know that? Well, I'm telling you that, kiddies. True believers, pilgrims. Drawn by the master of the printed picture, Wally Wood, who hated being called Wally. Stan Lee. Lettered by the monster of the blurred balloon, Artie Simek. Yes, this was before they gave you credit for lettering. Usually the artist did a lot of the lettering, though. Spotty worked for the Daily Bugle, NMIC, had many newspapers in reality and fiction. And now they have none. So here you go. Just basically starts out with Subby. Man, good. I could look at Wallace Ward all day. His mark's amazing. Krang is my ablest warlord, so I tolerate his petty deceptions for now to the surface world. So basically, Subby's ready to. He's angry at this dude here. He's pissed off at the surface world. And so I remember they ripped this off in some ways in one of those Justice League cartoons. They recognize me. They flee in panic. Shall such as these rule over Earth instead of Namor? Oh, I'm sorry, Namor, according to Steve. He says Namor. I get in trouble with Steve for not saying Namor. I'm sorry, buddy. It's a habit. Wood says Lee had no story ideas, he's not the only one that said it. It might be one thing if he was the only one that said it, but Kirby said it, Ditko said it, Lee said it, a whole bunch, and not just them. Kane said it. Did I say Ditko? Yeah, Ditko. Colin said it, I think. I think Ramita said it. I think Jasima said it. I mean, smoke, fire. Why does Namor have only have one O in his name? I thought Victoria Alonso pronounced it with 28 O's. Hey, Anime Night, 1992. What's up, my friend? Good to see you. Thank you for being here. So, Subby just goes walking through the street, and he's going to find a lawyer. He doesn't want to wait for the elevator. Just walks literally through the knocks him down. Nelson and Murdoch, I'm certain they will do as well as any others. Wow, he went to found him. Busts down the elevator, pulls down the elevator string. When Namor is ruler of this surface world, there shall be an end to such primitives, unsatisfactory devices. It just crashes in there. Exactly. A submariner. I wish to engage a lawyer. Have I come to the correct place? Speak! Time is of precious to me, Namor, as the golden shells of the fabled reef of jewels. Mad submariner, what can we do? I suggest we listen to him, Karen, and hear what he has to say. All right, you service people are a bunch of putzes, and I hate your guts, and I'm going to eat you all for breakfast. What do you think of that? He didn't say that. Just but basically he kind of just says that, sort of. Yeah, I guess he flew up the elevator shaft, Wag. I don't know. You got me, buddy. Namor's a weirdo. My people have dwelled beneath the sea since time immemorial. Now, we demand our rightful place on the surface of Earth. I wish to sue the entire human race for depriving us of our birthright. I'm afraid that would be impossible. There is no legal precedent for it. Also, there's no one nation with which represents the human race. You weary me with details. A prince does not concern himself with petty problems. But don't you understand? You have no case. You cannot come to our court without evidence. You make a laughingstock of yourself. Mind your tongue, surface man. You're addressing a prince of the blood. Shut up, man. Thor ought to whip your ass for talking like that. My partner is right, Namor. We'd love to take your case because you're such a sweetheart, but really, you're kind of a dick and everybody hates you. I mean, it would make us the most famous lawyers in the world. We'd love to, but you smell like fish. I mean, no, hey, but without a lawyer basis, a legal basis for the lawsuit, they'd kick us out of court. Your words have the ring of truth to them. I know you believe what you say, but I must present my claim. I must be heard. Otherwise, our two races shall fight a war to the death, a war which neither can win. I shall force them to take me to court, and then the world will have to listen. Force them? What do you mean? You shall see soon enough. I'm blind. That's very insensitive, you a-hole. Just saying. Okay. The submariner will summon you when ready, blind person. Blind lawyer. When Dad sent me to college to study corporation law and civil courts procedure, I wonder if he had. Shut up. Oh, Matt, if you could have only seen him. Oh, I'm sorry. That's insensitive, isn't it? So arrogant, so merciless, and so supremely confident of his power. Strange, I sensed a man of great honor, of intense pride, and innate nobility, but it's just still kind of a dick. I mean, when it boiled down to it, he's an a-hole. Namor's yeah. Ravenscroft says, never was a big Namor fan. He's a good character, but I always wanted to see him get his butt kicked and hated the stuff. Let me tell you something, Ravens. I'm right there with you about that. I mean, I begrudgingly like him as a character. I like Subby. At the same time, I hate the love triangle stuff with him and Sue and Reed. I don't like it. Never liked it. But I love the character. I think it's bad for Sue. I think it puts Sue in a bad light. And I've heard, I don't know if it's true or not, that Jack wasn't big on it either. That was Stan who did it a little bit, and then later Roy Thomas did it did it a lot. That crap. And him, Jerry Conway, and all these other a-holes. Thomas was in charge because he was editing, and Stan, a bunch of other dickheads did it. Anyway, so he's gonna go bust some shit up. But in the now lonely, darkened office where once stood a blind lawyer has stood, another begins to take his place. I've secretly worked. I love it. Don't you love thought balloon exposition? I've secretly worked for months to redesign my fighting costume to make it more comfortable, more distinctive, but I never expected to wear it against such a fantastic foe. So Daredevil, I love how he decides to jump on to ride this airplane. Man, look at that. That's one of my favorite panels. For some reason, this panel right here, where Daredevil jumps on the plane, is one of my favorite comic book panels of all time. By the great Wallace Wood, of course. Yeah, I agree with Matthew Pounder. Subby's a jerk off. There's no two ways about it. So yeah, this is just a magnificent panel with by Wood with him hanging on. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Boy, Coletta would have really screwed this up. So Namor's tossing some salads, knocking all these troops around. When will you puny humans realize none of you is a match for the Submariner? So, again, also one of my favorite pages. This is beautiful. He drops from the plane. If I calculated the plane's speed and direction perfectly, there's a hanging traffic light directly below me. And if I made a mistake, it'll be too bad for poor Foggy. He'll have to find himself another law partner. That's why he's Daredevil. Look at that. And then he dives right into the Namor, knocks him down. You dare! Now simmer down, Namor. Sorry, Steve, I can't help it. I'm saying Namor because it just sounds right. I have something to say to you. I speak to no costume attacker. You must pay for your insolence. Boy, you should not have hit him first. So, Daredevil's pretty much in the shit right now. That's the cover right there. Daredevil's in for it, baby. Yeah, it was never believable that Sue would go for him. Handsome, sure, but Sue just wouldn't be impressed by his bravado. She's not that shallow. And she's young, but yeah, she's not. So that was Stan. That's my opinion. It might not be true. Why did Namor go to Murdoch's office out of out of all the lawyers? They made it. Well, it's an old comic book, Larry, and they just said they'd make it random. So yeah, I mean, it was silly. It's just a silly idea, but yeah. Sue went for Reed's brain and Stretchy Buddy, one would think. Ironhide said, I always thought Sue went for Namor because, not purely because she found him hot, but because she felt sorry for him. Well, one of the things is Reed did ignore her a lot. That didn't help. He did ignore her. So the fight goes on, and basically now to finish what I've begun, but the human is not breathing. He plummets towards the bottom. I cannot permit one so valiant to die, even though he is my enemy. Warlord Krang would think me a fool, perhaps with good reason, but I do not desire to cause harm to the weaker surface men. I only seek to regain what is truly mine. Back to the surface, masked one. Such valor as yours does not deserve to perish. I love this shot right here of Namor blasting under the water. Yes, that's true, Joe Dog. He became a member of the Defenders. He was with the Invaders, the All Winners before they became the Invaders. And he was with the Avengers sometimes. And, yeah. So he's an interesting character. He's the oldest character of Marvel. Put down your weapons. Prince Namor the First surrenders. I am your prisoner. Namor surrendering? Why? All he had to do was swim to safety. Must be a trick. So they put him on the cuffs. Put the cuffs on him. Chains? For the Lord of the Seven Seas? Never. I shall accompany you to your court of law, but never in chains. So the next morning, the court proceedings, and Matt Murdock is defending, it's my client, Your Honor, before this trial begins, my client wishes to file a countercharge against the entire human race. You're out of order, counselor. The bench, you're out of order, counselor. The bench will entertain no such motions until this trial is ended. The district attorney may begin his opening arguments, you asshole. He wouldn't. There's no way the judge talks like that. I'm sorry. I was really screwing up. Yeah, well. I don't know what came under me. I didn't know what came all over me. Oh my God, that was so terrible. All right. All righty then. That's all right then. Okay. So, all right. Where were we? So it got really contentious in the courtroom. And then I am Lady Dorma shows up. I must speak with my lord on the matter of great urgency. We're going to need a whole new set of law books before this case is done. My prince, she says, my prince, Warlord Krang has started a rebellion in your absence. He seeks to usurp your rightful throne. That is why he wanted me gone. Unhand me. My place is with my people in my undersea domain. Sorry, fella, this place is in your place is in a cell until the trial is over and begins again. Right. Now, take it easy, Namor. Don't make us get tough. Oh, I should have said that, man. Away! You are no more to me than the mackerel is to the shark. You better send for the militia, Namor. You must trust me. Listen to me. You can't defy our law now. Speak then, counselor, but let your words be swift. He looks like a double husky man, but his strength was unimaginable. You finally gotten your day in court, your chance to be heard. You can't throw it away now. Very well, Namor shall wait 24 hours, but not 1 instant more. So blah, blah, blah. They're working on this case. And so the court calendar is filled until next week. It's the earliest date, but if you be patient, silence. You speak to me of patience while my kingdom is in peril. My patience is at an end. I tire of your surface world justice. It is too slow for me, you little jerks. Now stand aside. The Submariner returns to Atlantis. Breaks through the iron bars, breaks through everything, breaks guns. He's getting out of here. Just let him go, you guys. No one will listen to him. The idiots try to fight him. Just let him go. He's throwing jeeps. He's being Namor. And Daredevil decides to go out there. Where's the Fantastic Four of the Avengers when you need them? Read by nature. Hello there. A merman on trial. Namor faces the scales of justice. I like it. Look. Technically, as a foreign monarch, should Namor have diplomatic immunity to prosecution? Well, they would have to establish that, though, wouldn't they? I mean, he would have to establish an embassy, right? And the Atlanteans don't have an embassy that I know of. I mean, but I don't know that kind of law. So you may be right, Chris. I would have thought they would have to. It hadn't been ratified yet, though. I mean, but you're right. They should have established something like that. Yeah. You cannot stop Namor without casualties. He's too powerful. Perhaps I can find a way to bring him back without anyone being injured. You have nothing to lose. Continue your vigil. Hold your fire for the next few minutes. It's a deal, Daredevil, but what can you do single-handed against a walking powerhouse like the Submariner? Wish I knew, but I can't tell him that. And so he goes after Daredevil. He gasses him. You again. Blinds him with smoke. Confuses him. Insolent human. When I find you, I shall teach you the folly of what? Something has grasped my ankle. It's twins. Yeah. So he grabbed his leg. I can see you again. Anyway, you're all prisoners of the surface of your planet, while I am equally at home in the sea and in the sky. Again, another classic page right here when Namor's flying up and Daredevil's hanging on to him right there. This is truly one of the greatest comics ever made, in my opinion. I think it is, anyway. So Namor just basically flips around. Don't worry about me, Namor. I'm a big boy. I can take care of myself. Then Daredevil gets a good shot at him with the wrecking ball. Damn it. See, Daredevil has no chance, and he just keeps fighting. Just keeps fighting, man. Fighting a powerhouse like that. Knocked him down. Good, he stays. I'll leap off. Back and get him before he snaps it. I was wrong. His pulse is stronger than ever. He's livid with rage. He's beyond all reasoning now. You shall pay with your life for this final indignity. Well, Matthew, my boy, it was a nice try, but you blew it. But you blew the bit. Now the biggest problem I have is just staying alive. So he drops a bunch of rocks on him. And look, he has no chance in this fight. And he's still making things happen, tricks and all this stuff. I love this comic so much. If he gets past me, imagine the casualties he'd inflict among the troops. Got to move fast. So you've had your chance, Daredevil. It is my turn. I'll shake you out of there with ease. Can't hold on. He wasn't kidding. If I can't think of something within seconds, I'm finished. Oh, man, look at this. Namor's getting tired of his crap, so he swings a big old lamppost at him, knocks him down. By the time consciousness returns to your frail serviceman's body, I shall be gone. But you will never forget the fury of the Submariner. However, though he turns disdainfully and walks away without a backward glance, Namor does not suspect that Daredevil's super-sensitive reflexes have enabled him to fall so perfectly that he is merely slightly stunned, and is still fully conscious. Can't let him get away. Must stop him no matter what. Select a cord from the lamppost. If I can not in time. Namor, I order you to halt. This is madness. Does your own life mean nothing to you? Have you no sense of fear? Sure, but I seem to have carelessly misplaced it somewhere. Now, just stand there for a second, fella. I want to try something. So he hooks it up to this power. Now, if my insulative gloves will just protect me enough. Taking one last desperate gamble, Daredevil joins the two live wires, hoping to stagger his superhuman foe. And then, but once again, the power of the Submariner is greater than any could propose. So it is he who recovers first, while the man without fear, despite his insulated gloves, lies weak and dazed and helpless. Yet how can one measure the limitless courage of a fellow human? Although on the brink of unconsciousness, although racked with pain and fatigue, still the sightless crusader reaches out. Come back, you mustn't fight the others. They're innocent, mustn't be harmed. But then even the dauntless will of Daredevil could not hold back complete exhaustion. I have fought the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and other superpowered humans, but none has been more courageous than he, the most vulnerable of all. Out of respect to the courage of Daredevil, I shall not injure any humans. I shall fly above the waiting armed forces and return to the sea where I am supreme. First duty is to my people. I shall crush the rebellion of Warlord Krang, and then, someday when mankind least expects it, I shall return to the surface and claim what is rightfully mine, no matter what the cost. Yeah, buddy. I love this comic. Sorry, everybody. We can't help it. I love it. So there you go. Another great issue. This is probably one of the greatest comics of the Silver Age, in my opinion, for the heart shown by Daredevil. And look at that Wally Wood. Man, this is one of the greatest pinups. Look at that. Incredible stuff. Incredible. Let's see here. All right. Let's see. Who wants to look at some now? Let's just. I think it's important to look at some Daredevil covers. Let's just stroll through Daredevil history a little bit. And just kind of take a look at, well, not all of them, of course. It'd take forever to look at all of them, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it? Yes, I agree with that. Hey, Son Lee, good to see you. I agree with that, Matthew. I wish Wally Wood had lasted far longer. Now we know the inspiration for the final fight scene in Blade Runner. Yeah, there you go. Good point. Good point there. So, obviously, the cover of Daredevil 1 is well known, but some of the other ones, there's Daredevil number 2, which we also looked at. 3, 4. The world calls him the Purple Man. I love the Purple Man. Oh, good night, Ravenscroft. Thanks for being here, my friend. Thank you so much. You have a good one. Almost done with the yellow costume. The mysterious masked matador. Yes, sir. Then, of course, number 6. And then, of course, the one we just enjoyed. Number 7. What a cover. Man, I'd like to get like the Bearded Shirts guys to do an all over cover of that one. Wow, that'd be fantastic. I love that cover. Oh, but boy, J-Man would love this. Stilt Man. Who doesn't love Stilt Man, right? Does anybody have a favorite villain of Daredevil villain, by the way? I was teasing J-Man. We were talking about because he loves Stilt Man. It's his favorite. They did their figure that was a build, if I understand. When you think about it, what is the purpose behind Stilt Man? Can anyone tell me what good it does him to be on those big stilts that high? Man, it seemed like you could tip over really easy. Yeah, Christopher Crockett, I'm with you. Bullseye. Absolutely ishness. I like Mr. Hyde. I don't know. They don't use him anymore, I guess. The Owl's a good one. Thank you. Yep, the Owl, for sure. Gladiator, but he turned good, but so. But what the hell was it with Stilt? I love Stilt Man. Don't get me wrong, he's greatness. But he goes up on stilts really tall. What is it? I mean, what do you accomplish with that? You can go to the top floor without an elevator? He could commit sky robberies, but man, that's got to be dangerous. Yeah, it's chopping stilts off. Leapfrog. You like Leapfrog, D-Man? D-Man, I think you're just saying it just because you want to mention Leapfrog. Oh, dude. Oh, man. Look at this. Another Wally Wood cover. God, I love the wood covers. Oh, yeah. You got the Stiltman Marvel Legends, don't you? Jealous, man. I love that. That was a build figure, of course, huh? I could look at Daredevil covers all day long. Another Wally Wood cover. Got some weird covers back then, too. They're all great Wally Wood ones, though. Khazar lives again. Sightless in the savage land. So, let me ask you all, let's see. Who is your favorite Daredevil artist? See if I can get you guys to give me something on that there. No right or wrong answers, of course. There's never right or wrong answers as long as you agree with me. Just kidding. Gene Colan. Let's see here. Colan or Mazzucchelli says Ironhide. Let's see. Beep, 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 beep. Let's see here. Hang on. This is the Bill. This front in the top left corner is the Bill Everett version from the splash page, not the Kirby version. So, my favorite. I don't know. I mean, I put the order. You got Bill Everett. You got Wally Wood. You got John Romita Jr. Senior. Why did I say Junior? I'm an idiot. Sorry. John Romita Senior. Gene Colan, Frank Miller, David Mazzucchelli. These would be my guys right here. Favorite, man, I tell you what, it's tough to pick my favorite, but these are the, for me, these are the definitive Daredevil artists. I don't know about you. I mean, Kingpin is a good DD villain, but I always see him as a Spidey villain first. Me too, Read by Nature. Kingpin was good point there. Man, that's a good call. I'll set that up. Thank you, Larry. Thank you. Even though you only get 4 choices, let's try it. But yeah, Kingpin's a Spidey villain first, but Daredevil, he really was changed, though. I mean, Miller did manage to change it, whether we like it or not. I should have did this at the beginning. So let's see here. Who? I'm making a poll for you folks. Is your sorry. Give me a second. Let's see. Damn it. Your fave. Oh. I'm sorry, buddy. I can't type. I'm having to reach over here. I apologize. Let me get this fave. My horrible typer. Ist. Or ist. I'm about to destroy this stupid thing. All right. Okay. I can only put 4. Oh crap. Man. I can't forget the stupid speller. I can't. All right. There he is. See if this will work. Sorry, I'm having some difficulties, folks. Sorry. All right. I can only do 4. I'm going to do the 4 most famous ones. Naturally. Uh-oh. Computer's going wacky on me. Red alert. I hit a bad button. I should not. Oh, man. I should have done this before the show. I'm an idiot. All right. Let's see. Add an option. Okay. I can only do 4. So I'm probably going to leave out someone's favorites. Oh, man. How do I leave one of these out? Damn it. Oh, my goodness. I hate that they only let you do 4. This is pissing me off. All right, man, I'm going to get in trouble for this one. But I'm just going to do it the old school way. And I hate to leave this guy out because it should be at least 6. This sucks. All right. God damn it, Mark. Just kidding. Guess who's here, folks?
You can blame me for any troubles.
I'm blaming you for YouTube not having 6 options for the poll.
Well, we could do round 1. You could do round 1 and round 2, right?
Yeah, but no, I only needed one more.
You just need
at least one more. So it doesn't. All right, everybody.
Mazzucchelli.
I did see. I knew I would get that. No, Ramita. I wanted to put Ramita. No, not Junior. Hell no. Ramita Senior. You can make a case for, but he didn't do it long. I wanted to put Mazzucchelli, and I wanted to put Ramita Senior and Mazzucchelli. I needed 6. Man, but you can't leave. See, you can't do this with and not have Bill Everett, Gene Colan, Wally Wood, or Frank Miller. You can't do it. You can't do it. It's just not. I mean, it's inhuman. Although Bill Everett only did the first issue, but still. I guess I could have left Bill off since he only did 1 issue. All right, everybody. I tell you what I'm going to do.
New poll.
I'm going to do a new poll. So then get. Oh my God. Oh crap. Something's wrong with my stupid. Okay. Where's my chat? Oh, I'm scrapping this poll. In poll. I'm scrapping that one. I'm doing another one. So can you cover for me while I do this?
Sure. Yep.
Or hang with me.
Everyone. I will hang while you type.
I'm sorry, buddy. This is Larry's fault. Larry, this is your fault. Or is it Wagner? One of you guys mentioned I should do a poll. So I'm blaming you. No, I'm just kidding.
I haven't done a poll in a long time either. Yeah.
I'm just
And
kidding.
4 choices is ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Larry,
Yeah,
Larry.
4 is,
Damn it, Mark.
damn it, Larry, or whoever did it. I'm blaming Larry for no reason. It might not be you, Larry. Sorry. Oh, shit.
Well, plus Miller was a writer too, obviously. So
Yeah, but
you
that's
get
not,
extra.
I'm not doing
I
writing.
know that's artist. I know, but I'm just saying
I don't have time for
you
writing.
almost bias towards him for the double threat there, right? So
He started out as an artist, though.
yeah, no, I agree, but not so bad as a writer either. But, and hail to Chris Persia, hail to everyone in the chat.
That's right. All right, let's see. Start it over, everybody. Disregard the last poll.
It's a do-over here.
Starting over. As soon as I can get this thing done. Sorry, everybody. Because why not? Let's do it. We're here to celebrate Daredevil. Dang it. So let's do it right.
Purple Man made you screw up that poll. He told you. He mind
True.
controlled you.
Gene, Ramita Sr. didn't do him for very long. He didn't like he switched to Spider-Man, so he doesn't count. Even though I love him.
What do you think? What's the minimum length for a run? At least a year, right? You would think.
Oh well, yeah.
At minimum, right? At least 12. Minimum 12 issues. I mean, to be considered.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. So let's see. Where were we? All right. Yep. Yeah. So about that. Yeah. At least more like 12 issue run. Yeah, something like that. I guess. Well, Wood didn't quite make it that far, but it was a run. So anywhere 5 to 6 or something like that.
Or something that it's definitive enough that people remember that run. Yeah, even if it was, maybe it didn't last the longest, but made a real impact on the character.
Yeah. God damn it! I can't type for shit.
Hello, computer.
I cannot type. All right, let's see. You hear me okay?
Yep, you're sounding good.
When you said hello, computer, I thought you were trying to tell me.
I'm joking. Like, no, I'm
know.
just joking. Like, you could talk to the computer. It'd be nice, how quaint it is that you have to use a keyboard to type all these polls in. Damn computer should just listen to you and know what you want to do.
Yes. Egregiousness. Yeah. Okay, I guess I'm going to go with these. Yes, I'm going to go with the man. I hate when you have a really terrible, unspellable name.
Like Mazzucchelli?
Yes, that was a pain in the butt to get.
I always use the spell. Well, that's not the spell check. You got to Google them. And then,
no, it isn't. All right, I'm going to go with these. Because they did, I mean, Everett only did one issue. I hate doing that to him. But these were the guys that, Wood was. Yeah, all right, so I'm just going to do it this way. Okay, folks, go with that one. All right. Sorry, buddies. Yeah. All right, where were I? Oh, okay. Well, go back. Now you get a chance to start over again because I'm disregarding the other one. In the meantime, let's look at some more covers. I love this this Kirby cover. This is a Kirby Daredevil cover, like issue number 1 was. You actually see a few, but not often. But once in a while, there were some Kirby Daredevil covers. That's
some greatness there. Yeah.
God, I could look at old covers all damn day. In these eras, It's already reviewed a couple of issues, and now we're talking about it. Yes, I love Matthew Penner. I love Gil Kane, but did he do a lot of interiors of Daredevil? Did he? I mean, he did some, and he did great covers. And so the only reason I didn't put him in there because he was like, he should be in there. Hey, Wes Cagle, good to see you by the way, and Oliver Belamonte.
Yeah.
Says I'm glad actor John Bernthal will return as Frank Castle, aka The Punisher in Daredevil Doing It Again TV series coming out early next year. Yes, sir. I'm right there on the same page with you. But Matthew, do you think you tell me? I know Bob Brown did a lot of those issues that had Gil Kane covers. Did Gil do enough on the run of Daredevil? I mean, I've looked at that extensively, and I love Gil. I mean, I'm just one of the true greatest geek experiences of my life was getting to meet Gil Kane twice. Both, man, he's one of my all-time favorites. Eli Katz is the man, but yeah. So let's see how that poll's doing now. Then we're back on it now. Only 7 votes.
I'm debating who to vote for.
At least you get a vote.
Yeah, you're disenfranchised.
Oh, yeah. I'm hey, Parker Luck, good to see you. Well, Ramita Sr. didn't stay on the book too long there, Peter. Parker Luck. I love him. Remember, he didn't feel it for Daredevil, so he went to Spidey. Again, I'm not saying he didn't do any of it. Of course he did. But, it's tough. He's not someone people really associate with Daredevil as much. What issues did he do in Daredevil? Daredevil. Did you ever buy any Daredevil comics?
Oh, yeah. I have a ton of Daredevil comics. Let me check.
Yeah.
Let me check how many Daredevil comics I own. Of course, now they're up to like 6 different volumes, so you can't figure out. If I go through my little database here, let's see. Let me do a Daredevil search. Daredevil. Oh, no, I was wrong. They have 8 series of Daredevil now. I apologize.
8.
What did I say? 6 or 7? So
Yeah.
the first volume 1 went up to what issue number here? When did they switch volumes? When did they decide to reboot? We got all the way up to 612. Oh, they went back to the original number. Yeah, that for a while they went back. Oh no, I guess they. All right, so 2010, issue 511. That was the last regular volume run of Daredevil. And then in 512, excuse me, 512 was the last. Then they went back in 2018 to 595. I hate how they do that. They go back to the legacy numbering.
No, it's
Yeah. So they went back to legacy numbering at 518. Then they stopped again. God damn, this is confusing. Apologize, excuse my French.
No problem.
595 to 612 was volume 1. I don't know what the hell they're doing, but I own. Where's my collection for the most part? Start. I own pretty much like 200 and up of Daredevil, but then, there's a lot of gaps in between. You get missing part of the run there. Certain runs, missing a few issues, but pretty much 200 and up. I own, and I own just a few copies of, here and there, but majority 200 up in the long boxes. Yeah, so and then they go to Daredevil volume. I don't know if this is volume 2. God, this is crazy. Why do they do this to these comics? Yeah, so volume 2 was 98 to 2009, and that lasted how many?
Can't stand that kind of crap. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I know I'm killing everyone right now. Sorry, I apologize. Yeah.
No. What do you mean?
Well, with all this stuff, but yeah, they go up to 120, 119 is volume 2. Then let's renumber again in 2008.
By the way, everybody, Ramita Sr. did about 6 issues and then left when did Spidey. So,
okay,
double checking myself on that a little bit. Yeah. Let's see. I'm gonna see how much Kane did of Daredevil. Matthew. Mark, Luke, and John. Let's see. Abe. All right, let's see.
That's Sandwich Kane. Yeah, we can go to that Mike. Can you do the Mike's Amazing World, and it'll tell you like how many? Which or is that?
That's where I am right now.
Tells you how many issues.
That's
right?
exactly where I am. It will tell you everything he did.
Be there.
It'll give you everything he ever did. All right, Gil Kane. Yes, sir. All right. Oh man. Let's see. Covers. This is one of my favorite all-time covers ever, and this is by Romita Sr. I love this cover, man.
Well, that's great. Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Eli Katz, later named Gil Kane. He did so many covers. We went back to Marvel. One second. Yeah, he did a couple of Daredevils. So many covers. So I didn't tell you what it was covers or. Oh my God.
Versus.
Yeah. What does that tell you? It doesn't give you whether it's a cover or not here. It says inker. It just says penciler or inker. Wow. Oh, wait a minute. Story. Oh, covers. Let me go. Okay. Okay, so this is I got it right now. Okay, so Matthew, Gil, 151, 148, 147. He had a few issues of Daredevil. Now that I now want them. So he did about 4-5 issues of Daredevil, which is enough for me to want him. Yeah, 5. Well, there you go. 5 issues according to Wiki. Okay. It's about right, yeah. So, but again, it was, I mean, look, it's Gil, so I should put him on the list. I don't know. Let's see how we're doing on the panel.
Yeah, 5 issues is
not quite, but it's not really a run, but yeah.
So
only 12 votes so far. Frank is in the lead. You know who I'm going to go with? It's my favorite. I'm going to go with Gene Colan.
Wow.
I love Mazzucchelli. I love Miller. And of course, I adore Wally Wood, who didn't do it as much. I love even though it's only 5, I love Gil Kane. But Gene Colan.
How long was his run on the Daredevil?
Oh my God, Gene Colan was years.
Over 100 issues? Or?
Nobody's even close.
Okay.
Let me see. That's a good question. Let me look up my boy, Gene Colan. Gene the Dean Colan. I mean, I loved him on Dracula. But man, and some other stuff, of course. There was, and I didn't. By the time he was doing Batman, it wasn't quite as. It didn't work somehow for me, but still, it was still Gene Colan though. Still,
yep,
interesting. Let's see. And of course, there were some comics he did under the name Adam Austin, but there weren't too many of those. Let's say, okay, so Daredevil. Should I put the title? Or if I can, all publishers, Marvel, it's creator info, cover gallery. Okay, got his Marvel stuff here. No, let's go to creator info. All publishers, Marvel. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-bum. Okay, so he did Daredevil for. He started at issue number 20, I think. Yeah, 20. And he did it in a straight line for, oh my goodness.
How long?
I mean, it keeps going and go. I know he did it for, maybe 10 years or more. Let's see, he did started at issue 20. I think he left for a while. No, he did like almost all of them up until issue 6, 7, 8, 9. Through issue like number 49. Then he missed a couple, then came back at like issue 53 and did it for, oh my goodness, up until almost steadily with some misses here and there. Up until oh my goodness, man, it was almost up to, well, I'll just let somebody look it up. It's easier to look up.
Yeah.
Matthew, do you have any way to find out how many? Hey, could not be reached for the comment. You found that other one a lot faster than me.
Yeah, there should be a way to just search like Daredevil : I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Oliver Belamonte says, Clobby, who among the two actresses portrayed Daredevil's love interest Elektra effectively get feisty, Jennifer Garner or Elodie Young? I think Elodie Young looked more like her. I saw in that terrible Daredevil movie. I saw her in that. I never watched the movie Elektra. But I did, so I don't know. But I liked Miss Young quite a bit. So he did it. Oh my goodness, he did the book for start at 20. So crap.
I know there's something I liked about Garner's Elektra, even though it doesn't. Young does look more like Elektra from the comics, but
yeah, she does.
And Garner knows how to do the stunt work and the wire work from her time on Alias, by He Who Shall Not Be Named, Jar Jar, and
Yes.
yeah, but yeah, she was good. It was just some of that spark wasn't there. There was more of a spark in that horrible Daredevil movie, but the director's cut was much better. But they cut out all that romance. But yeah, the Elektra movie was a disaster. But both were good. Of course, the Daredevil Netflix series is just so far superior in every way.
By the way, he did for roughly about 10 years. That's a run.
Wow.
I love him.
So I guess around 100 or over 100, so yeah, 120.
Yeah, he asked another. Yeah. Well, Parker asked us another question. Don't know my own answer to this, but Clobby and Mark, do you like the current Daredevil comic run? I don't read any current comics, Parker. Mark does, I guess, or he buys. I don't know if he reads them, but I don't. So I couldn't tell you. I haven't looked at a touch to Daredevil comic or any other comic that's new in a long, long, long time, my friend. But Daredevil. But Mark does buy some new ones. I don't know if he buys that or not. So we'll have to answer.
I do buy Daredevil, and Electric took over as Daredevil for a while, and Matt Murdock was in prison. So we'll leave it at that.
Wow.
So she took over. Yeah. Before when you had Spider-Man pretend to be Daredevil, right? Or it was it was Matt Murdock pretending to be Spider-Man, I guess. But so you had Elektra taking over as Daredevil, because why not?
Yeah. What about the Owl? He was cool. He was a good villain. So,
yeah.
Here you go. Look, there's the first Gene Colan issue. Man, his Daredevil was, oh God, so good.
Is that a Kirby cover, or is that?
No, I'm gonna say that is a Ramita. Probably a Ramita cover. I'm not swearing to it. Could be it could be a Colan. That's a Colan right there for sure.
What number is it? 20?
20 was his first issue. But it might have been a Colan. I think it's a Ramita
cover.
Okay.
Mita, yes.
This is colon.
Clobberin times, yeah.
Well, 21's got to be colon.
Yep, 21 is him. Yep.
Let's see. This could be this is a colon right here, but he had a different inker. Like he had Collier or Esposito or I don't know who else. Not Coletta.
Dick Ayers, Bill Everett,
Dick Ayers.
Frank.
On this one,
There's three people listed. There's three people listed as inkers: Dick Ayers, Bill Everett, Frank. Who was it? Frank
Springer.
Frank
Giamonte. Giacoya. Oh, Giacoya. Okay, there were a couple of Franks, but it's colon pencils.
Oh yeah. Colon pencil, like you said. So starting issue 20,
and there's a colon also. I love this cover with
49. Yeah, so he's 20 to 49. Barry Windsor Smith does 3 issues.
Oh, look at Matthew. Yeah, Barry Windsor Smith. Barry Smith did 3 issues under the name Barry Smith.
Yeah.
That was before he added Windsor. He just ripped and look at it. Have you ever looked at that, by the way? He was a straight up Kirby rip at that time. So yeah, there you go. 20 through 49, 53 through 82, 84 through 100, 1, 12, 16, 124, then 153 through 154, 156 through. That's some good work there, Matthew. You didn't have to put yourself to that much trouble, but I appreciate it.
Thank you, Matthew. Yeah.
165. Yep. Then he went back for a while, I guess, at 360, 366, 368, 370, annual 1, annual 2.
So 370 is his last then, right? Yeah. Oh no, volume 2, number 20. Okay.
Yeah, he went to DC in the early 80s and took over Batman because Jean Day passed away, and Wonder Woman. He did Wonder Woman, which wasn't his style. Yeah, but I don't know if you saw that, but there's one of my favorite covers there. Kazar.
All right.
I'm sorry, Kazar. What happened? Oh, okay. There's D-Bud's favorite character, Leapfrog. Joe Dog said I have a grade. Low grade copy of Daredevil number 21, 22 reprint. Reprint? Okay, it must be from what was that series? It was Marvel Triple Action, or no, it wasn't Marvel Triple Action. It was Marvel. There was a Marvel. Daredevil did have a reprint book. Anyway, D-Bud, if you're there you go. There's your buddy Leapfrog. Remember they put him on She-Hulk? It was, oh God. Did you know that they put Leapfrog on She-Hulk?
What? Oh, as a joke there, right? Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
My Adventures with Daredevil. Let's see here. There's Stiltman again. J-Man, are you listening? J-Man loves Stiltman. And I'm going to go back to it now that you're here. I reiterate. I love aggravating him by making fun of Stiltman.
He loves Stiltman?
I love Stiltman too. I'm just saying. Where's the advantage of being Stiltman? He can be really high up into the air. What if he gets knocked? He can fall easy. What can he do? What possible use is that? He goes up high, and then what? He can go to you don't have to take the elevator. Grim, good to see you. But if he's using that just to steal stuff, I mean, he could do that a lot, more clandestine ways. And then, what if you get toppled over, man? That's a long fall. I mean, it's a good thing it's armor. I remember in the Miller when Turk got a hold of it, that armor, put it on. So I don't know, man. I'm not so sure about the Stiltman armor. They got my buddy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Stiltman's ridiculous.
I still love
the way it's drawn, but it's just ridiculous.
I'd still love to get that figure. This is a build figure of mine never done.
Yeah. I've seen it before.
Once I love Hollywood, defined Daredevil for me, says could, but yeah, he did for me too. The pre-Miller one in particular.
Oh wow! I'm checking the Daredevil runs here. I own the first appearance of Echo, which is actually did it go up or down in value? Oh, it went down a little bit since the series.
That's right.
Wow, it's $120 for that, or $130. Wow.
Yeah, wow. So that's right. Grim can reach cat stuck in trees, so there's that. But he's a bad guy. He's not supposed to be doing that kind of thing.
Yeah, he wouldn't do that. Yeah.
No, this is the beginning of Mike Murdock in this one. Remember Mike Murdock, everybody? Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Spidey's in this one. Sales must have been down. So
Yeah, they only sold 200,000 of that month, right?
yeah.
Or
He never had the
something.
big they don't have the biggest sales, but he did last like 150 something issues before Miller had to come along and keep it from going by. It was bi-monthly, but it was still limping along till Miller came along. And after that, it lasted for a long time.
I mean, he never
Oh.
went to reprints, right? I mean, never.
No, well, it was no, but it,
No, it's not like the X-Men where they went to reprints. Yeah, no.
no,
Just,
yeah, it's true. X-Men did that. There's a Thor, Gene Colan Thor. It's kind of weird, but it kind of works. Look at Gene Colan doing Thor. That's just starring the mighty Thor. I'm in your comic book to help the sales, mortal. So yeah, cool though, very cool. Nope, there you go.
Don't mess
Blind
with
man's
Thor.
bluff. Yeah. Well, Thor makes any comic better, right?
For sure.
Unless you're Bruce Timm. Did you know that Bruce Timm hates Thor?
No.
He's got a whole big deal about it where he I don't know, he used to have a blog or whatever it was, but he always draws. He hates him. For some reason, got a big, silly, nutty hate for blog. You know, the thing is, when he got the job Batman animated series, he was always a Marvel kid. He didn't like DC, except he did like Batman and Superman. It's one of these, I've heard that before from some people. He liked Batman and Superman, okay, but he didn't like DC. He liked Marvel. He wanted to do an Avengers cartoon.
Yeah.
So that's why, when he finally did a Justice League cartoon, he did an episode that had there was an homage to the Defenders. I don't know if you remember that.
I don't think I remember that one.
It was an episode where he had Doctor Strange, except it was Dr. Fate. Aquaman, except it was Submariner. He had Hawk Girl, who's basically was Valkyrie, and he had Solomon Grundy, who was the Hulk.
Uh-huh.
And then there was another, and they were fighting Ithulu, basically, not Cthulhu. It looked just like Cthulhu. And the superhero, yeah, he needed them all together and stuff. And basically, it was like an homage to Defenders. And then later, they did a sequel to that episode, actually. So yeah, it was pretty cool. That was such a good show. Even though
Good
Tim's
stuff.
Oh yeah, all these Colan covers, man. This is when he was at his best. Mr. Hyde. There was a run on Daredevil that I talked about earlier that I might show a little bit of, just some covers from it. I don't know if you were reading Daredevil in the 90s.
Yeah, unfortunately. Just kidding. No, there was some.
No,
good stuff
it was
in the
shit.
90s.
But it was shit. But there was one run that I kind of liked that it's just gone forgotten because they made a big deal of it about it at the time, and I wasn't buying any Marvel crap at that point. And then buddy of mine told me, "Man, this is really good. Have you been reading Daredevil?" I said, "No, I've dumped that forever. I dropped that like a bad habit a long time ago." Well, you need to get it again. What? No. So he let me read his. And look at Doom. Doom. Take a look from your covers and I'll show it. It was by Carl Kessel and Carrie Nord. And it was maybe like 5 or 6 issues. I always love this cover right here. Look at that, man. It's badass. Doom cover.
Smacking Doom, yeah. Maybe it's not a good idea to punch a guy wearing armor.
Nah. Yeah. Man, these covers are so cool. Yeah, Gene Colan was incredible. One of the great covers right there. The death of Mike Murdock. In other words, fans hated Mike Murdock because it was a stupid idea, but it was kind of stupid. It's like, all right, we'll get rid of him. Yeah. The Jester. He was a shithead. We get it. You're trying to do the Joker. It doesn't work. Cut it out. Now, this one, of course, Jack. Oh, this is also one of my favorite covers. And also one of my favorite covers. Well, Jester, they were really going all out to make him look the Joker. The Jester sang for the king and queen and a pote. He borrowed from James Dean. God damn it. Yeah, cool covers. So this is one of my favorite issues and covers. Brother, take my hand. That was a preachy ass issue, though. Oh, there you go, Stilt again. This guy's really tall. He's really been in trouble. He's probably so grouchy because he realized I'm in this suit and I don't understand why anyone would make this suit. He stole it, I think. Like, I mean, maybe it's for firefighters, dude, not for crime. It'd be pretty good for firefighters, right? I mean, and rescue.
Well, yeah,
people.
it'd be great for that. Yeah, I mean, but not for stealing stuff, right? You're pretty noticeable, right? I mean, you're not gonna hide anywhere.
The guy who designed it probably took it to Tony Stark and he said, what good is this, man? I can make a suit that can fly. Why would you make that? You could just get tipped over. What if you just got tipped over?
Right?
I mean, you're gonna slam, man. Why? What are you doing? Jake Man goes, yeah, I mean, look, he is cool looking. Just saying, man, that's all. Yes, sometimes you just say things. You know what I mean? Old man.
Yep.
Old man. Number 50. Let's see. Barry Smith. Where's that cover I was looking for? Oh, that's a cool cover. That's a cool cover. That's not Kirby. That's Barry Smith before he became Barry Windsor Smith. I feel like Mr. Stilts is compensating for something, says Sunley. I wonder what that'll be. Oops. Shit. Okay. All right, so I don't know. Keep on. Look at that cover. It's got the old costume. In the beginning. Let's dredge up the origin again right there. Look at Spidey. Spidey's head. I always like floaty head covers.
It was like those, yeah. They're doing those now, special editions.
Yeah, the floaty head covers.
Floaty head covers, yeah.
The man without fear is a coward. God, Cola's run was, man, I love it. Damn, look at that dude, the stunt master. The torpedo. Man, comics used to look so cool.
Yeah, they had some. I didn't want to buy that, right? Yep. I'd buy that for $1.
I'd buy that for more than $1. Yeah. There's the original Nighthawk before he became a good guy with the Defenders. It was a different dude, I think. Gladiator again. He was dangerous. Then he became a good guy. Stunt master asshole again. Daredevil, he had to worry, man. He didn't have all those. He is a man without fear, man, because he didn't have powers or anything. Yeah. There he is again, Stiltman. Look at that, man, with those waves and stuff. You're gonna fall down and drown. Damn it, Stiltman.
He's got gyroscopes in there to stay up. Yeah, he's got gyroscopes. Sure? Yeah, he has to. Yeah, something. Yeah.
Daredevil said, "Look, dude, for the last time, for your own good, I'm trying to save your life here. That suit is dangerous, and you can't do shit with it. All the other superheroes just laugh at you. I'm the only one to live and let you make you think you're a supervillain, but you're not. You're just a tool." Daredevil got caught with his pants down. So, hey, they changed this. As long as the murderous Thunderbolts are on the loose, no one to save the Thunderbolts. Whoa, they went back in time. Look at this one. He had the black DDs on there. Remember that?
Yep. Yep.
Then they got rid of him. The Tribune finds Daredevil guilty. Yeah. The Leopard Lord. Wow. See, these were comic books, man. Miller made it too serious, but still. All right. Okay, so anyway, there was this run. When were you buying it in the mid-90s, you said?
Yeah. So what? Let me check my. Yeah, pretty much have everything from 300 or what did I say, 250 up, 300 up. Yep.
Okay,
No gaps in there.
this is 353. Carrie Nord.
Oh, I've got that. Yeah.
Art, and it was a pretty good story. I mean, Woman Spider-Man was kind of funny, and he decided to make it lighthearted because it had been so serious. And at this point, everybody knew who Matt Murdock was. What is it with that? I hated that.
Yeah. Then he had to move. Then for a while, he moved to San Francisco. I don't know if that was
Much later, yeah.
much later, right? Much later, he moved to San Francisco, and then he finally
Yeah.
came back. But yeah, because then everyone knew who he was, and then he was trying to practice law, and they knew he was Daredevil. So,
Yeah.
I mean, it's interesting for a few issues, but it wrecks. You can't have that with the character in the long term. It's just too crazy. Unless I guess like Tony Stark, obviously, people found out he's Iron Man, but it just was so much cooler when he was his bodyguard, quote unquote, that was Iron Man, right? And he'd have to come up all kinds of reasons to duck out.
Yeah, I miss him being the bodyguard. I remember I love the Iron Man movie, but I remember, for a second when it looked like he was going to go with that.
Yep.
And then I was like,
they could have, right? They could have, yeah.
But
I am Iron Man.
I am Iron Man. I am Iron Man. So the poll, we have 15 votes. Anybody want to vote? They may not be Daredevil fans, so they may not be. But right now, Frank Miller's killing it at 47%. My boy Gene Colan, who I would vote for if I could, is 27%. And Wallace Wood is a nice, respectable 20% at least. So that's nice. But Frank, he is the most people. He's the last name in Daredevil is what people think about. Yeah, for a 90s book, this was pretty good, Matthew. Let's see here. I'll flash it up.
What issue number is that?
353. I'm gonna show it in a second here. I'm all shit. Right, we're up in now. Let's see.
I read that.
You did?
Yep.
I thought it was kind of fun. It was more of a lighthearted one. The one after that was really fun with Spidey.
Yeah. Carrie Nord cover. Cart Cassell, yep.
But it didn't last, though.
How long was Nord Cassell? Let's see. How many issues was he the writer? 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, it was a Kessel.
5. Kessel, I say. The Kessel run. Was only 5.
Run.
5 issues.
Of them, yeah. But Nord looked had a pretty good style. These aren't great scans. I thought it was a pretty cool style. See?
Yeah, no, it was Killer in the Dark.
He fights Mr. Hyde. He looks weird in this one.
Well, that's interesting. My last 357, then I got a gap there. Unless sometimes there's stuff that's not in my collection. Like, it's sometimes it's not scanned in.
Well, Nord did some other stuff. I think he did some Conan books in the when Dark Horse got it. But the Spidey issue was kind of funny. I remember this. And by the way, they were making a big deal. It was, a big deal. They were saying like this new era. Let's see. Here's what it said in the first issue. This first one, it said, I can open up. It said, "Trust me," said the devil. So it says, the devil's work. There you go. Stanley. Yeah, right. He wasn't even there anymore. By the way, Stanley was not. They were still putting his name on there. He was not even employed by Marvel right there at that point.
Right.
Anyway, A new era for the Scarlet Swashbuckler, brought to you by Carl Kessel, writer, Gary Nord, penciler, Matt Ryan, inker, Christy Shield, colorist, Jib Novak, and Ewell Higgins, letters, and Malibu colors, seps, and blah blah blah. Bob Harris, Mr. Hyde, redesigned by John Romita Jr. So, but anyway, it was a fun short run, and they were making like this big deal about it. I'm like, okay, I mean, this is cool. I'll buy it, and I bought it. I thought my friend was right. It was pretty good. This is really good art writing. This one, even though some of it was by Rick Leonardi. Well, but yeah, I mean, kind of a fun issue, if I remember right. It's been a while, but anyway, neither here nor there.
Yep.
Over here to there. So, did you get any new comics lately? I bet you haven't.
I did not get new comics. I showed them last time, so. Yep. No,
I'm proud.
I'm made fun of tonight.
I'm proud of you.
Well, they're still coming, but I get them every 2 weeks, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh,
because they wait till they have enough. To ship them
I
out.
forgot to tell you. You know what I forgot to tell you? You know what I forgot to tell you?
Oh, that the Disney chose you to produce the new Fantastic Four movie, and that you're in charge of everything.
No, I would have.
I was going
to
post a joke like that on Twitter. I didn't have time. I was going. Gwagnar did a great meme.
Oh yeah, I would have remembered that one. I wouldn't forget to tell you that. No, I forgot to tell you that I finally watched all of Stargirl.
Oh, and you loved it. It was fantastic. That's right. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I could let people know tonight that you did watch it. And
I had to tell you that within the last 30 minutes because there's still 30 minutes to go on April 1st. I had to get one out there because everyone else is doing it on National Don't Believe Anybody Day or Don't Believe the Internet Day. But
I got a question here. Yeah, but tell me what was your favorite episode of Stargirl? What was when she saved the JLA?
That's it. I love that one, man. That was great.
Yeah, when she fought Mr. Hyde and beat up Mr. Hyde. Yeah,
that was even better. That was probably my favorite one. That part, yeah. And when she fought Stiltman, though.
Well, yeah, the Stiltman is it's a classic that is often overlooked. When she fought Stiltman, yeah.
Did you remember the Daredevil TV series with Melvin Potter's garage? They had a Stiltman outfit.
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
prop. I'm like, what in the hell? So, but this has been a weird. I've talked about this at the outset of the show since I already did all my Daredevil stuff. Unless you have something Daredevil to talk about.
Well, I got a Daredevil question here.
Yeah. Oh, Mark, in which 5-inch Daredevil action figure was your personal favorite? 1984 Secret Wars Daredevil from Mattel or the 1990 Marvel Superheroes Daredevil from Toy Biz?
I'm gonna say
you probably have them both, right?
1990. I don't think I have the Secret Wars Daredevil. Let me goggle that. 1984 Secret. If I remember the Secret Wars, trying to remember that one. They all have those crazy shields with them. I have Wolvie.
The lenticular shield. It was skinny. They were all skinny. The Secret Wars.
Skinny, yeah. I got Dr. Doom right on my desk. Do I have that? Let's see. Do I have that on my wall right now? I did have some of the Secret Wars. Let's see. Oh, here's Secret Wars Daredevil figure. Here we go. Oh, $200 at best offer. Here, let me share my screen here so we can see what this looks like. Well, now I wish I had it. Now that'd be my favorite one if it was really $200.
Wow.
I know if it's rare or not, but here's the.
Oh shit! I remember he has the black D's on him.
The black D's, yeah.
DD, which is weird. The stupid lenticular shield. Which why does Daredevil have a shield?
Because he's got to have swag.
Where's the Billy Club?
He doesn't need a Billy Club. He's got a shield.
Is there a Billy Club?
I don't think so.
Why does he have a black belt? He's not in Kung Fu.
Let's see,
200 freaking buckles, though. J.T. Kirk was a man. He was a big man. But an eye like an eagle and as tall as a mountain was he.
I've got 2 Dr. Dooms. God, I don't think I have. I might have Doc Ock. I don't have Zemo. I didn't buy that many of these. God, that Spider-Man is going, oh, you don't like the black costume. But
Chris Crockett, you have all these? If you're still there, buddy.
Were these the considered like the first Marvel figures after the Mego figures? I mean,
yeah,
I'm guessing, right? I mean, we had some Mark's toys. You had some, figures with articulation. But yeah, I never bought these when they first came out. I got them later. Yep. I would have been in high school then too, so I was probably worried more about girls than action figures at that point. But yeah, there's no Billy Club. Let's see. Let's do Toy Biz Daredevil. Pretty sure I have that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Even I have some. Yeah. I have a couple.
I do have this one with the black.
Poo-poo all of that one. I hate that.
Yeah.
I have
2 different versions of that.
I have a red one. Yeah, I have a red one.
Yeah, there was a red one.
There's a red one. I did a long time ago, he says. All right, buddy. Yeah, because I had a red one in Daredevil of that. I hate that stupid black and white armor. Or the black and white armor.
That was when they did the, like the Iron Man armor for him. Let's see if we find one in the card. That's 2001. Or was it only the black and white? I'm remembering a red one. 1977. Let's see if we find one mint on card. Because then they show the artwork with, the classic Daredevil.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, this is the one I have. Yeah.
Which one?
This one, the red one. I think I have both, but I remember this red one. Yeah, Toy Biz.
You said there was a red one. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it right there. The ultimate. Christopher Crockett is the ultimate toy Marvel Legends expert and toy expert in general.
Thank you.
Figures and stuff.
I got this one, but this is Legends. I have 2 of these. They did like an Affleck version, and then they did. There are 2 different versions of that Legends, or 3 different versions. I think I have all those. I have this, the Twistums. Those are great. Yeah, here's the. But maybe that red one was more not as common. I'm not seeing one mint on card. Yep. And there's Elektra. I love it when the comic book reprints. Yep. That's the 2003 version. Yep.
Comics lost 2 people today.
Yeah, I was reading about. How do you say Priscor? Is it the correct pronunciation?
Mark Bright, the comic book artist from Marvel. There was a Marvel artist.
Yeah.
Passed away. I don't know what the deal is.
Shame.
He was an Iron Man and did a lot of Marvel work. But the thing with Ed Piskor, that's I talked about that at the beginning of the show. He actually did a lot of DC. Mark Bright did some DC stuff too. I don't know exactly what happened, but he was he was a good artist. But Piskor, that whole thing.
That's ugly. Yeah.
When I saw that, and I didn't go too deep in it, then I won't go too deep in it now.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
When I opened the show, I talked about it a little bit. I had to check. Like, it took all day for me to realize it wasn't a joke. Someone making a sick joke.
Well, yeah, God forbid. Yeah.
Because of who posted it. When I saw it was posted by somebody that I could believe would put something that sick. I'm not saying, I'm just,
yeah.
But that's a messed up situation for everything in every way, yeah. So anyway, back to this though.
Yeah, well, I think the Secret Wars one actually looks better than this Toy Biz one from the 90s. Just see, he never his body just never his legs just don't match the top here. Daredevil would have why does Cyclops have more muscles than Daredevil? Daredevil's
Just
the
the
one doing.
sculpts. They're totally different lines, those two.
Yeah.
That's that X Factor Cyclops uniform. I don't like that one.
Yeah, no, but I mean it's still Toy Biz though from
Yeah.
the 90s. Yeah.
I have
So,
that Fire Lord from the Toy Biz.
I got the Wolverine.
Of course.
Here's the let's see, I'll turn this off for a second.
I have a couple of different Daredevil figures. What other Daredevil figures are out there?
I got claws. I can do them.
Do you hear that?
Take your back shot.
Yeah.
Take your back shot. I got claws. I can do them.
Now, if any of you could listen to that for 2 or 3 hours straight when my son got a hold of that figure, let me know how you'd be doing after 2 hours of that. Well, let's see. Let's go to Figure Realm. Let me go to Figure Realm because they got them all. Let me get out of here and FigureRealm.com. There we go. So let me get into this one. Let me sign in so it's got all the stuff here. Okay, now let me make that full screen. Let's go back here. So let's just do Daredevil search here. Show you all the Daredevils. And usually it works. Daredevil Sport Fan, yep. So here's Avengers Hero Clicks. Let's see. Big Jim, Daredevil Skydive Parachute. Yeah, and JT Kirk, I don't have any Daredevil Funkos. Sorry to disappoint you. I hope you still like me. But a glow-in-the-dark one would be pretty cool. Yeah. Maybe that's the Shadowland one there. Yep. The Evil Knievel, of course, the Daredevil. Yep. These Figure Factory, I have most of these. These are really cool. These mystery boxes, and you glue the figures together. Those are pretty damn cool. Yep.
Yeah.
Let's see, the famous covers I always like. Sometimes they're more like Mego figures. Sometimes the figure's a little wonky. All right, so this is a re-release of that Toy Biz figure we're just looking at. And let's see. Wave 6, Hasbro. Wave 5, Daredevil. Let's go to the... Yeah, so he did have a Billy Club. That's right. Yeah, he did have a Billy Club that was shoot. It's the first thing that would get lost, probably. So 1990. I got to try to find, I have a bunch of these figures from back then. They're in a box somewhere, and I keep looking to find the right box. And
yeah,
I've got my DC figures in there too. I had them all out when I bought them all, and had them. They got to be all together somewhere. One of my storage boxes. I've been trying to find them. Yep. Yeah, with the Billy Club. Yep. It's not the best figure in the world, but there's a lot of nostalgia over these.
Yeah.
And then of course there's so this was 94. Okay, this one they're saying is 94 Series 5, the red and black. It's just a repaint, it looks like.
Hey, Kevin Everson.
Yeah.
Good to see you.
And these are your Funko Pops. Is this one of the Bendies? Yeah, I always love these Bendies. Yeah, these are cool. I got a few of these. Yep. I got Wolverine and Nightcrawler. I got some of the X-Men Bendies. Yep.
Bendies.
Bubbleheads. Chess collection. Let's see. These are kind of cool. Lead figures or whatever they made them out of. Actually, on my 3D printer. My 3D printer, I could probably print a whole set. Yeah.
I had those.
We got,
I have that
got
one.
this one.
No, that 2001 says 2021, but I have one
Oh,
similar
it's
to
a
that. But that's
12-inch.
way older. Oh no, okay, I don't have that then.
Yeah.
Just a regular normal size figure, but I got a couple older Daredevil ones. I did get I do have the that costume and the other costume of the remember it was toy KB, or rather the 10-inch ones, the big one, the big tall
Yeah, this is a big one here. Yeah.
big ass
This
ones,
one.
the
That's
plastic
kind of
big ass
cool.
ones. That looks too
12-inch, 2021.
looks too complicated. Doesn't look as old school for me.
Yeah, it's with
I
limited
wouldn't get
joints.
into that.
Right?
Yeah, I wouldn't get into that one too much.
Yeah, this is
There you go. That's comical right
Hobgoblins.
there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I may have one
That's
similar to that.
2015.
That's a good one.
And then, of course, I know you don't have this one.
Ugh. Holy shit. Who the hell is that?
You remember those books? Yep. That's
No.
brand new. The Mindless One series.
I
Yep.
wasn't buying that crap.
That's last year. Yep. Let's see here. Oh, multi-pack.
Remember the
Look at
bigger
that.
figures that KB had? They're like in the big boxes, like they were,
Yep.
I guess
I
they
got
were
a bunch
12
of those,
inches
yeah.
or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
See, that looks pretty cool. But it's got I never really liked Elektra in the white costume as much. Because for
Gotta be
one
in red.
thing, that cover that's off of, it's bullshit because she was wearing the red costume for that cover. So why would you do that?
I don't get it
Same.
either. Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Kevin. Well, I appreciate that. And hail to the great drunk 3PO. I can't even talk tonight. I'm so, what is wrong? The great drunk 3PO. He said he found this with me
That's awesome.
when he was on. Well, he's a great one, and I was honored to have him on. And if he's out there, a hail to you, sir. He is one of the greatest.
Great guy. Yep. Oh, these
That's
are the
new?
three. That's the
this
new
is-
retro three. I guess you know.
yeah.
Yeah,
Those
yeah. They don't have.
little short ones. Yeah, yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. I love the box art
Kenner.
on these things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'd buy that.
Elektra did have a white costume in the Miller run for a while there, JT, but not on that cover of the comic. That's like, I believe that's the cover of Daredevil 181, if I'm not mistaken. And in that scene, you know, her and Bullseye, or one of those up in there, 181, whatever it was. But anyway, but later she did have a white costume.
So see here, this is when Elektra is Daredevil. See, you don't recognize this at all?
No, because I don't buy modern.
It's Matt Murdock's in,
Why'd you buy
in
that?
J. Oh, I didn't buy it, but I have the comics.
Wait a minute, not the figure. I'm talking about the comic.
Well, because I have a collecting problem. I've got a run. I've got the runs.
Oh shit! That one I might have.
Literally, but I'm bumped.
That one I might have. I have one similar. No, I got one that came with him. Oh, now I remember. I think I got one that came with him like on a piece of like a brick rooftop type thing.
Okay. These are old ones. Yeah, these are
pose on or whatever.
These are old school Marvel Legends. Yeah, 2009. Oh well, this one Hasbro took over those. This one Hasbro screwed it up for a while. I stopped buying them probably.
Looks like they screw everything up.
Then they had like the wrong scale. They didn't match the original Legends.
Yeah, look at that one with the Kingpin.
That's a cool one. Yep.
There's another one with the. Why does Kingpin have a black outfit? There's a what?
Oh, they do variants. They always do variants to try to make you buy them.
Yeah, yeah. There you go.
That's a cool one. I don't have that. No. Let's see, Kingpin versus Black.
Oh, look, the one. See him on the standing on that thing. That.
Yeah.
Daredevil clean shaven. What's he did?
Well, because they have one with a beard and one clean shaven.
No, the one where he's standing on that. Oh, that it? Oh, I don't have that. That's movie crap.
Yeah, but they did one that wasn't movie crap, I think. Let's see, Series 3, Marvel Legends. Let's see. Yeah, see, I have both of these. The Beard Shadow. I'm pretty sure one of these was sculpted to look like Affleck and one wasn't. I could be wrong.
Christopher said I had that one. I'm not sure what you mean. Which one you mean about the one? We sold so many. I'm not sure exactly what you meant.
Sorry, yeah, we're going fast. Yeah.
But yeah, that's movie drivel.
Yeah, Beard Shadow, no Beard Shadow. This is the series 3. So I've got this
got that
Thor's
Ghost
on my
Rider?
desk. Yep, I got this Ghost Rider. I got Thor is right on my desk in front of me. I can grab it. That is a really good figure, that Thor one. And I have
All of them. He says he's got them
Wolvie.
all. He does have them all too.
Yeah, I got Wolvie. I don't know if I have the mask one or let's see. Here's masked and let's see,
Joe
unmasked.
Dog. Joe Dog's reading an old comic. Joe Dog, those Evil Knievel comic ads that you love. Every year as a kid, my brothers and I would get those toys for Christmas, and we'd screw them up and we'd mess them the hell up, and we'd get them again the next year. Those Evil Knievel toys were fantastic. We loved them. There were some we didn't get all of it. We got the basic figure and the motorcycle and stuff, but we had like other stuff. But yeah, he said what is he said, man, I love these Evil Knievel ads. He's reading an old comic, obviously.
Oh, that's where that Sentinel head goes. It goes with my Magneto figure. Sometimes you got to look back at the.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because you have the pieces. You're like, where did that go?
Yes,
where does that go? Like, where did that piece come from? So, yeah. So here's that, and the legends back then. I think were 4. The run. There was a series of 4 with alternative. Yeah. So I have all these. Those are all fantastic figures. God, series 3 was great. God, they were good.
Pretty good Wolverine right there.
Yeah, that Wolverine is great too. Where's that Wolverine? Is it up here or is it downstairs? Might be downstairs.
I see one I think I have.
2006.
No.
What about this one? The yellow 2006 version?
I wish.
A battle booster pack. I think those were these 3 3/4 figures? The game? I think these are smaller. Yeah, these are the smaller 3 3/4
hate when they do
figures. That. Yeah. Well, they did that for the game. Yep.
Oh, take it back.
They did for the
small ones.
game. Yep. I got the Ben. I'm looking at Ben Grimm right now from that.
One night, got to get you to come on here, Chris, buddy, and we'll talk toys, man.
Yeah, he knows his stuff. Yeah, for sure. Yep.
Oh yeah.
I got a couple of these mini mates. I can't remember which ones I was buying. Well, I got a ton of them up here. I'm looking. Do I have Daredevil out? I should have a Daredevil, Mark. Come on, you gotta have a Daredevil. Let's see, is Daredevil? I better go buy some Daredevils. But I have so many in boxes, like I can't remember what. Yeah, because you can't put them all out. The Hulk always looked ridiculous because they didn't have a big body for him.
There you go.
But I love these package sets.
Why do you like mini mates, dude? What's wrong?
I love mini mates because then you can buy a ton of figures and they take no room. They're fun.
Well, they look like poo poo.
Oh, I love my mini mates.
Look how little the Kingpin is.
Yeah, well, he went on a diet.
Got short.
Oh, 80. Well, there's a lot of
Daredevil. NECA. What's all this NECA stuff you got going on here?
Well, this is Diamond Select Daredevil.
Oh yeah. Whoa.
That's pretty good, except for the
that is good
waist. It's more like a statue, probably. Yeah, but at least they don't have the silly, trunk. With the chest with the.
I don't know why the boots and the gloves are darker.
That's that right. Marvel Select. Marvel Select is a bigger scale. It's
that's cool.
Unmasked, yeah. Variant figure, yeah.
I don't know why the boots are so dark. But that is pretty cool. I've seen those boxes like that, yeah.
Electro's Daredevil. Wow, they already have that out. Yeah, well, it's been a few years now.
Hair.
Well, it's going out the back there, yeah. Marvel superhero mashers, yeah. The kids stuff, yeah. I love these, yeah. And of course, the superhero squad stuff is great too.
Oh, I just saw one of those old chibi big boxes. I have that one right there.
Yeah,
I have both of those.
That's
10
inches.
inches?
Yeah, the 10 inches. Yeah.
Got that one.
I don't think I have this one.
And I'm pretty sure I got the other one. And I also have like Captain Universe and Silver Surfer, of course, and Black Panther and Moon Knight and the Vision.
They had quite a series on that. Yeah, they had quite a few figures. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, here if we go to 10-inch scale,
And the Thing, of course, two different things.
yeah, I got a lot of things.
and,
Yeah,
and the Torch, and I got the Beast,
you got the Beast. The Beast is cool. Yeah,
Cap,
Blade. Yeah, Cap is
Captain
cool.
Marvel. I got him too. Marvel. I got it. Marvel.
Oh, I wish I had that one. Yeah, that's cool.
I mean, I bought these when they were in the stores.
But Forge.
I don't have Green Goblin. I don't think I have Iron Man because I don't
They
like
do a
that armor.
Spider-Man.
I got that Moon Knight right there. Yeah, I got a Spidey.
Yeah, I think I have Moon Knight.
I've got the Spidey as Captain Universe too.
Oh wow.
You have that one? I wish I had Nick Fury. See if they show that Spidey as Nick. If they have the Spidey as a Captain Universe.
Scarlet Spider.
Poo on that.
Spider-Man 2099. I would look at She-Bulk.
Poo on that. Oh, there it is. Look.
Yeah,
Captain
Captain
Marvel.
Universe. Oh, you got
Captain
that?
Universe
Yeah.
Spidey. Yeah, click on that one.
Yeah.
There you go. I got that one. That's cool. Ditko Creation and Ditko Creation combined.
Yep.
Night Shadow.
Spot.
Funny, I don't have. I didn't get. I should have got the Spot. I know Nick would like that. Oh, I think I can't remember. You know what? I didn't get Union Jack. Damn it! I don't know if I have Union Jack. I don't think so.
I mean, these figures weren't very posable, but just standing up, they're big and cool. You know, you couldn't really
got Vision, but Vision doesn't look right.
Oh, Union
I think
Jack.
I may have Union Jack. I can't remember now. No, I think I do. I have to go check, but I'm pretty sure I got him.
What's wrong? Vision is
Vision's pants.
the costume. Yeah,
they're too green.
costume.
I don't think his pants are. I don't know. The color scheme's kind of off, but it's still pretty cool.
I still would have bought it, or should have bought it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think I have this Battle Ravage Wolverine for some crazy reason.
Why is he silver? Got a silver outfit.
Yeah.
Kinda.
His clothes faded.
So they did a lot of those.
Yeah, there's quite a few of these. Yeah. Oh, next page.
Kevin Evers's. They're going to be changes coming to Marvel Comics. Really? Are they going to actually fix anything?
They're going to be good.
They're going to actually make a good comic. Is what you're saying?
That's that
He's laughing.
Fools.
Oh, that's an April Fool's joke. I got you. That's right. Well, I got 5 more minutes of April Fool's than where I am. You're past April Fool limit though.
Yeah. Where's the Where are the Fantastic Four? Where's the Fantastic Four?
Yeah, I don't know. They got there's a Thing. There are 2 things. The Thing.
Yeah.
And there's one with him with that really crappy trench coat. It's like
yeah, I have that. Yeah,
it's really thin. And it's got the hat. And then there's a Human Torch as Johnny, and another one Flamed On. And I don't think they did Reed and Sue.
Well, maybe it's a different series, so it's separate. Yeah,
I don't think so. Why would it be?
Well, no, what they call it in figure realm, like it's.
Oh, I think it looked like the same
10-inch. No, it's 10-inch. It looked
box.
but it could be listed. It's probably listed under something.
Maybe
different. Yeah.
Huh, okay.
I'll find it in a second. But Shadowland, that's weird looking.
Screw that noise. Daredevil doesn't need to screw around. It's one thing that early on they said, hey, this yellow and red one's kind of funky. Let's get them in all red. And after that, leave it the freak alone. I mean, I hated that stupid armory shit in the 90s. Everything was going spikes and armory in the 90s, you know?
Yeah, like this here. Yep, the Q-Fig, yep. Well, that's more than Netflix.
That's the TV show.
Yeah, Netflix. Yeah, but it kind of but they do make it more look like armor versus the spandex. Yep.
And that looked like it was Bullseye as Daredevil, the face.
And this is the Secret Wars figure, of course.
You don't have horns on his head, does he? Oh my goodness! Did they take the horns off?
Let's see. Well, they might be those little dots there.
I guess so.
Tough to see.
They don't want to make it look too much like the devil. John Malin was named editor-in-chief. That had to be. Yeah, I know. But that was for obviously April Fools. But,
Oh, look! How could Daredevil fly a helicopter? No offense, Daredevil,
but for what it's worth, that Kevin, I would vote for him if there were got a vote. I would want him to be editor-in-chief. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, saying he could Daredevil fly a helicopter. God bless him, but can he not see? I mean, might be tough. He'll get Thanos to fly the helicopter for him. Oh, the She-Bulk attorney at law, Daredevil. Oh, I should have gotten you. I got to buy it. Make sure I get that for your
Oh, do
birthday.
you see?
coming
That's
up.
so many Funkos. I hate Funkos. Oh, that one there. That's the one I got. Yep, I have that one. Yes, sir.
Yeah. See
Face
that,
is kind of
this
weird,
is,
but
but this is the one that's not the Ben Affleck version. So I thought that's what I thought. I thought they
yeah,
had.
it's just
Let's say
yeah. I don't know
series
when it came
2.
out. 2001. It was before the movie.
Oh, it's a Spidey series 2, I guess. All right.
Man, I still have that one.
Yeah. So it didn't look like Affleck. Now, these metal figures are cool too. I have a ton of these. I don't know if I have Daredevil, but
There's a 2006 one. You see that back there?
let's see. This
I
one.
mean,
I
2000.
got that.
Yeah, no, I don't.
That's pretty cool.
Don't think
That's part of the
that one.
Spidey series, I guess.
I meant 2000. Sorry, but I don't think I have that. But I do have that other one, the 2001. Oh.
Daredevil Tank Attack. Cool.
I seem to have other one. I think I have that one too, but you don't have all that stuff on him.
Tank Attack. Well, that's what they made like one for kids. It's the same figure, but then they.
Well, I have that figure without all that crap on it.
Daredevil with tank.
So stupid. Tank Attack.
His feet. Well, someone's like, "What can we? How can we sell there? How can we sell Daredevil?" Yeah. Hey, but he stole King Kong's arms there.
Arm thing, yeah.
He stole Kong's arm thing. Yeah. Yeah, they do this fun stuff. Yeah, Tank Attack Daredevil, Web Tank transform into Tank Attacker. Oh, God bless the creative toy guys there.
Yeah, that's the one I got. Except you don't have all that.
Yeah, this is what they do. That's the same figure, but yeah.
Spider-Man Classic. Spider-Man Classic. Thank you, my buddy. Mm-hmm. Let me see how.
Like Amigo.
I'm gonna forget the poll if I don't do it now.
Yep. Do the poll. Yep.
I'm about to get out here in a minute anyway.
Yeah, this.
All right, everybody. Let's see.
That's all the Daredevil figures. Let's close this out.
We only had 17 votes. Hang on, where was that? Okay, but the question was, oops. I don't get a vote, damn it. But anyway, the question was, who is your favorite of the Daredevil artists? Frank Miller wins with a whopping 52%. The one I would have voted for is in second place, the great Gene Colan with 23%. The great legendary Wallace Wood comes in with a respectable 17% in third place. And at the bottom, the excellent David Mazzucchelli, who did the title for a while, but his greatest work was, of course, with Miller on Born Again at 5%.
Well, that's who I voted for.
Wes says, I don't know the comics industry to cast it. But that's fair enough. Yeah, no problem, buddy. You voted for Mazzucchelli?
Yep.
Yeah, he's great. So, I mean, I'm glad he got a vote. There you go. Well, Miller's the most popular of them all. There's no question about it. I think Bill, actually, you know what? Remember, we're just going for artists, not writers. To me, Mazzucchelli, blows Miller's work away on the art. But I think on Born Again, not his other stuff before or after that. So I think Miller had a lot to do with how it looked on that end. On
with the layouts,
I think he didn't. It doesn't credit him, but I think he helped working from Miller's script and direction, like directing a movie, because it looks so different from the other Mazzucchelli work before that, and later his later stuff. Of course, Batman Year One, kind of the same deal. Miller, it's strange to put it this way, but he directed the art. I think, in other words, because it's so. If you look at anything else, Mazzucchelli has done it. He gets full credit for penciling and inking on both of those books, I believe. Daredevil, Born Again, and I think even Batman Year One, but I can't remember for sure. But I know for Born Again he does. When the other comic, he did Daredevil for a couple of years before that, and it just looks so different because Miller, he's working from Miller's script, the structure. It is when we reviewed it last week or week before last week. Like I said, it's as we talked about, it's one of the most remarkable pieces of illustrated fiction or sequential art storytelling ever.
Yep.
So, and that's Born Again. If you have not read Daredevil Born Again, folks, but you have if you have only a passing interest in Daredevil, maybe you like the Netflix show, which I like, obviously. Maybe you saw the stupid Ben Affleck, maybe you liked it, whatever. But if you just have a passing interest, you just want to read a brilliant comic. And the thing is, it's been compiled into trades and all that stuff for ad infinitum. Go read Daredevil Born Again. You don't really have to know much about the character. You can get some setup later, or you can get some setup. But good God, it's just extraordinary. And again, to sum up a little bit tonight, what we're doing, we're basically celebrating 60 years of The Man Without Fear. Daredevil. He was, like I said, as I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the show, he was not the first character in comics called Daredevil. There was a hero from the early 40s from the Lev Gleason company called Daredevil. He was a pretty interesting character. He was not really much like not much like the Daredevil that we know. He was pretty different. In fact, the first issue he came out with, after that they scrapped the character and started over again. And he was revamped by a couple of people, including the great Jack Cole, who was the creator of Plastic Man, Don Rico, people like that. So it was it was a very different type of a character. But his original story, the original Daredevil it was just a crime fighter, basically. He had a costume that was weird. His first appearance, what was it? It was like in Silver Street Comics or something. That was called. They even did an issue called Daredevil Battles Mustachio Leader, whose name I'm not going to say because we get in trouble.
Yeah.
But yes, of the time. So if you know what I'm saying, right?
Yep, for sure.
But he was some crazy, like amazing, brilliant, legendary names, at least legendary to comic book people. Charles Biro, for example, was just one. He's a legend only if you know Golden Age comics, but he was a genius. Jack Cole, like I said, Don Rico, always worked on the original character. But along comes Marvel and just says, you know what, they don't make these comics anymore with Daredevil, so we can use it.
Yep.
And he wasn't, and our Daredevil also wasn't the first blind superhero. I think it was Dr. Midnight, but there's some pushback on that too. But whatever. So he wasn't even near that though. He wasn't even close to the first one. Or as far, but he was the best. Our Daredevil, Matt Murdock, is the best. He's a great concept character. He's a great superhero, and so many amazing things have been done with him.
That's for sure. Yeah.
So,
well, look at how popular the Netflix series is, and it was so good. They're continuing now with on Disney Minus. So that's that's probably the most well-regarded Marvel.
Yeah,
one of the most. It's up there in the top 5 regarded Marvel.
First 2 seasons projects, are so good.
Guess, right?
Yeah, those first 2 seasons are so good. I hope that it continues to be good.
Well, since they redid it, they better not screw up the redo, right?
Yeah, I'm skeptical, but
Yep.
So anyway, so I love him. 60. He is this month actually. His release date, the cover date of his first appearance is April of 1964. I think that means his comic came out. It was first released in like February. In fact, before we do, we're going to do one more thing with the Man Without Fear. Might as well do it right. Going to go to that month on sale in, I believe it's February 1964. Whoa. With somebody we know, I think, was born that year.
Wow.
I don't know if you know. You know somebody that was born that year.
Wow. Must
you
be
know
a cool dude.
No, it's a piece of garbage.
Piece of garbage, yeah.
It's a piece of filthy trash. But here we go. So
April
this
Fools.
is yep. So February the 4th is the release date. So we waited too long to celebrate it, so we got to stop now. No, just kidding. Here we go. I wonder who, man. Me too. Yeah, I can't even imagine.
Inconceivable who that could be.
Some piece of garbage was born the same year as this guy, but not yet. Right now, I'm still not bored yet. All right, so I mean, whoever that piece of garbage is, I didn't say it was me, did I? I am that. Okay, I am that piece of garbage. All right, anyway. So let's look at the comics that were out the month that Daredevil came out. February of this year, 60 years ago.
That's a good one to do.
Betty and Veronica. Archie's joke, but in other words, I'm not buying any of the comics on this line. I bet my boy Chris Crockett's buying the Cheyenne Kid. He likes those Western comics, but I'm not. So, John Carter of Mars by Gold Key. I'm buying that one. Jungle War Stories. Just Married. Hey, is D-Bud here? D-Bud's going to buy that one.
Was he just married in 64?
Wasn't there another Daredevil that was a fighter pilot? In comic books? I don't know. I don't know, Kevin. Say, I knew it. Look, I knew it. Look at him. He says, you know it. He would buy that comic.
There you go.
And D-Bud would buy that. He'd buy Just Married. And Archie's comics and laugh. I'm not making fun of you, D-Bud. I'm sorry, buddy. But I'll tell you what,
the Outer Limits comic coming up.
Oh yeah, that's coming up. But I'd buy that John Carter. I'd buy, of course, Daredevil and Journey into Mystery,
#1,
baby.
God, yeah.
Journey into Mystery, dude.
God,
103.
what a good time.
Man, oh man. Romance comics were big. That's true, Larry. So,
modeling with Millie.
Modeling with Millie would be something you would want, I'm sure. And Patsy Walker.
Oh, and Patsy Walker. I love Patsy Walker. Okay, yeah.
How about Tales to Astonish? Tales to Admonish. Yes, sir.
God, man, look how cool that is.
That is a yes. Now, I want to see my buddy Chris Crocker would buy Two Gun Kid. What about that one, dude?
Oh, he'd have to buy that, right? Yeah.
You'd have to buy Two Gun Kid. I mean, that's some Kirby greatness there. Kirby Western, man. So I think he might. Are you gonna buy? And I know you will buy Beverly Hillbillies, right?
For sure. I need to get rich quick.
Yep, he's buying it. See, there we go. We've sold some comics to him tonight.
Look, the Fantastic Four is out.
Before that, Challenges of
the Unknown. Yeah.
Yes, sir. I see what you did there. I buy this Tarzan book because it's Tarzan. I love Tarzan. Who's buying Falling in Love number 66? Do I have any takers? Felix the Cat. Yep. Is that what Wes Cagle, you going to buy Felix the Cat? Let me see.
Very cool.
Where's Felix? I didn't see Felix. Oh, where?
Yep.
There 7. He is right there. Yeah. Okay. It's sold. Sold American. Who's buying Falling in Love? Going once, going twice. Who's buying Falling in Love? Not me. So Mark will have to buy it. The Lieutenant.
That's the TV show there, right? Looks like, yep. Obviously. Yep.
But is that the one that Shatner was on? Made by Gene Roddenberry? That was a different show. Okay.
Thank you.
Our Army at War, though, man. Look at that Joe Kubert cover with Sergeant Rock, baby cakes. Okay, you got to get Outer Limits.
Outer Limits, number 2. Wow.
Number 2. Jeez, that's yeah, you got to have
that's
that.
That's a cool one. Ponytail. What the hell is Ponytail?
What?
To the right of the Outer Limits.
Two Gun Kid. Let's supercharge that and make it a what?
See, Ponytail comic to the right of the Outer Limits one. What the hell is that?
I'm not sure I understand what.
In between Space Family.
Yeah, click from Dell. I don't know.
What the hell is that?
Just a silly
kids comic, like an Archie, maybe like an Archie type comic.
Yeah, well, it's from Dell. Yeah, so they were trying to compete.
Oh, Space.
I would buy this.
I'm buying that.
Space Family Robinson. I'm buying that one. You know, Lost in Space is kind of based on that.
Yeah, so number 7.
That comic, yeah. Oh, I'm getting Superman 168, man.
There you go.
Purchased. I'm buying it. The Misadventures of Merlin Jones. They used to do movie adaptations.
Huh.
Walt Disney's Gold Key used to do movie adaptations, man, and adaptations of like the Wonderful World of Disney and stuff.
Okay.
I think this was a Wonderful World of Disney movie or something. Maybe a theatrical. Obviously, Three Little Pigs. What about Wonder Woman? We buying? We're not buying.
I'm not buying that. No.
That's girly stuff. We don't have any girls.
Too fishy.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
fish shrimp thing on the cover.
I know you're not buying this one,
That's
but I am.
Spider-Man number 12.
You better.
Number 12.
Wow.
Can I go back in time and get 1,000 copies? Yeah.
D-Bud has this one.
Wow.
And look at this, baby cakes. Oh, my goodness.
There we go. That's the classic.
FF26. Hey, oh, yeah.
Is that the first team up or crossover? Or?
Yeah, yep. 25 and 26 are team up with the Avengers and the FF.
Yep.
It was a crossover. They're fighting the Hulk. Let's see here.
Blame the Hulk.
Kid Colt Outlaw. Another one from my boy.
Good stuff. Yep.
Does that one say girls love? Oh, Jesus.
Don't get us in trouble.
Yeah. Well, where does it say that? I don't see it yet. Oh, yeah. Well, hey.
It does. Yeah.
That was back when it meant something nice.
Different. Yeah. Oh, Bob Hope. Oh, Iron Man.
There's Billy the Model. There's Strange Tales, though. I got to have that, man, dude. It's Human Torch and Iceman. How do you like them apples, Charlie? Kirby cover. And there you go, Iron Man. Tales of Suspense.
Yep.
D-Bud has that one, baby.
I'm sure he's got that. Yep.
No question about it. Kirby cover. Kirby was doing all the cover. Who wants to buy Bob Hope?
Oh,
The Bob Oxford
love
cover.
Bob Hope. What a great guy. Yep.
He's on the road. All right, let's see. The Atom, I'm buying this one, man. Dude, Gil Kane. Yes, sir, Bobcat. So, man, I bought Daredevil number 1, and now we're back to all these other great. Look at Blackhawk. Coolness.
And JT Kirk wants to turn him into the Gao 8 kid, 8-head Warthog gun. Yeah.
This girl's
Would be a fair fight. There you go. Yeah.
Phantom. I want this. I'm going to get the Phantom.
Fancy Outsider would buy that.
Yeah, Lee Falk's the Phantom, baby cakes. Yeah, so we got to have that. All right, let's see.
Devil Kids, Casper, Twilight Zone, Gold Key.
Yeah, we got Lois Lane.
You can get those comics for so cheap for the longest time,
12
too.
cents.
Yeah.
You gonna get Lois Lane?
No.
When Lois Lane became Cinderella, yeah, but Superman's on the cover just so they could sell the comic.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest.
Well, Superman was a nice guy. He'd use his super speed and clean the floors.
What about Twilight Zone?
I'm buying that. Yeah, God, I wish I had that.
What about Young Romance?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Hot Stuff, Caper. Casper, the
Lotta,
Casper, the Family Growthies.
Little
No,
Dot.
man, look at how many comics were out there, though. Look at all these kids.
Yeah.
This is
That
comics for
guy.
everybody. It's kind of cool. Now, I would probably get Bonanza. I bet my buddy Chris would buy Bonanza. What do you think? Chris, you buying Bonanza, bud?
That was one of my great grandmother's favorite shows. Go over and watch some wrestling with her.
What about
Bruno
Hawkman?
Sammartino root for the Italian, and then Bonanza would come on.
Yep.
You weren't allowed to flush the toilets though, because that used up too much water.
Oh well. What about Hawkman? I'm buying that. Murphy
Number
Anderson.
1, his own magazine.
That's number freaking 1, dude. This
Yeah.
Daredevil number 1 came with the same as Hawkman. Oh my goodness, Herbie! I'm buying this, boy. That's Herbie number 1 also. Man, look at all the number 1s that came out. I know you're probably not familiar with Herbie the Fat Fury, but man, oh man. Yep, he's got. I knew you'd want to.
That's not Herbie the Love Bug.
No, Twilight Zone comic anywhere near as good as it was. Is the Twilight Zone comic anywhere as good? No, but it's interesting. So Herbie's like this. The Fat Fury becomes superhero, like a fat superhero kid. It's just a comedy book by Ogden Whitney, and it's very funny. Buddy of mine has been drawing it for years now. The newer revivals for different stuff, and he's getting some stuff. It's very nostalgic. A lot of people from that era like get him to do commissions of it and stuff. And Antarctic Press is actually doing it right now, and he's drawing it. And Herbie the Fat Fury is hilarious. I love him. House of Mystery. I like it, but oh boy, Sugar and Spike. You want to buy Sugar and Spike?
I like Sugar and Spice much better.
I like Sugar. Well, Sugar and Spike was a fun comic, though. Sheldon Mayer. And of course, I got me some Superboy. I will have this. Actually, what is
Super Baby or Superboy?
Super Baby's on this one.
Yeah.
I don't. Oh man, I might have this. I think I got a crappy copy of this. Tom and Jerry. I like Tom and Jerry, but I'd rather watch the cartoon. You know. Action Comics. Oh boy, this Super King of Earth, man. A lot of weird. This is what a month this was.
Yeah.
That's a classic. That Super King of Earth thing is a classic. Oh man, Adventure Comics with the Legion. Yep, you know,
I think I'd buy that.
I think I don't have it, but I know J-Man. I think J-Man got this one. He's trying to get them all. He's insane. He's getting these. He's getting a bunch of these. I think my earliest. I do have a ratty copy of issue 300, which was one of like the second or third appearances of the Legion. But I have it, but it's not great shape. Oh man, look, Brave and Bold with Adam and the Flash. Yes, sir. I know you're not a DC guy, but
I did love the Brave and Bold. That was good stuff. Yep.
So you know Herbie. I knew you would know Herbie, Larry. Detective Comics, yes. Captors of the Alien Zoo. No, you're not buying. You're buying or what?
Buying Batman. Yeah, I always bought Batman. Yep.
Girls' romances. Maybe not.
Green
Lantern. Oh man, Gil Kane, Green Lantern. I'm all over it. Beautiful.
Great cover.
I know you're not in the Green Lantern. I know.
No, I have all the Kyle Rayner issues.
That's not Green Lantern. That's a Fruit Loop jerk off. I'm buying Magnus Robot Fighter. Who's with me?
Another great Gold Key comic.
Who wants to buy Magnus Robot Fighter, people? I do.
It's got robots and it's got fighters. I'm buying.
Yes. Russ Manning was a great artist. Not Russ Heath, but Russ Manning. But they're both great.
Oh, Metal Man.
By the Sailor Man. Oh, yep. Where? Oh, wow. What'd you say?
Metal Man.
Where?
To left of Popeye.
Yep, I'm buying Metal Man. I love Metal Man. You buying or not buying? Probably not buying. I'm buying.
Probably not. Well, probably not, but I should have bought.
Yeah, you don't have to. I gotta have Jimmy Olsen. I gotta have Jimmy Olsen just because Superman's got the Legion on this one. We reviewed this one, of course. Yes, sir. So that's all the stuff that came out in the month of February 1964, the same month that Daredevil
comics
#1. No, that's a lot compared to today.
Though, yeah.
And the print run. You know, tonight we reviewed our Legion comics. One of the issues, like they often want to do that once a year, had the reported that the circulation report, because they had to put that in the comics.
Mm-hmm.
And you could see the print runs and how many they sent to the printer, how many were spoiled, how many were sent to vendors. And, you know, they didn't have direct sales, so they didn't have to count. I mean, subscriptions, all that stuff. I mean, and this was an Action Comics now. You look at the print run on that, it's like an off print run was like a 700,000, something crazy like that. I mean, it's insane.
How many the average had subscriptions back then? Do you think there were a lot of subscriptions going to the mail, or what?
Pretty, but not as much. There was some. They have. I could show it to you, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah, but it's probably more newsstand. I'm guessing, right? I mean,
no, yeah. But today they say the average print run's like 25,000. I think that's a high number.
Yeah.
But imagine that. 50 years ago or better, it was like what is it? Maybe 5 times as many comics being sold, but then they weren't $5.99 and slit ridiculous paper either. So, all right.
Yeah, wonder what the best-selling comic of 2023 was. Top 50 comics. I know we're getting out of here, but I'm just wondering how many.
Well,
I'm just trying to see how many. I said a number, but yeah, because it's probably like 25,000 or something. You know.
Whoa. Well,
we'll say that for another show.
We'll say that now. So anything to report or to tell us before we get out of here?
Well, we'll just be doing Toxic Tuesday tomorrow night.
Oh yes.
And,
Oh man, your longest
with s-
yard, right?
Longest yard. Yep. So
Yes.
I think is it longest yard or is it or was he doing?
Didn't Tom say longest yard?
Let me check. Yeah, longest yard first. Yeah, because we're doing Burt Reynolds month. So yeah, the longest yard. So I've been looking forward to that, and of course we'll have some watch parties during the week for Kolchak and Blake 7 on Thursday night, and hopefully a few shows along the way. I can get some reviews out. I need like 100 more watch hours, so hopefully I can hit that 4K. But I shouldn't.
By the way, this is from Gwagnar. Gwagnar, thanks for the picture you made. Hope you don't mind me showing it. Jerk.
And then on Twitter, he did a great one too. On the
that's what this
on
is.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's what that. No, there was another one I saw.
Oh,
let's see.
Okay. That was on Twitwat right there.
On Twitwat, yeah.
Thank you, Matthew Pounder. So anyway, so that's that. Anything else to report while I get us out of here?
No, well, thank you for having me tonight, and
thank you
in the chat. Lots of fun. Yep.
Well, show notes and shout outs to everybody. Yep. Then I thank you for being here, incidentally. Again, shout out to the great J Man and Sean. Had a great time earlier on their channel doing our Legion of Superheroes reviews. Next week it'll be Earth B. Next Monday night, Earth B for Bob Haney. J Man and I will be doing that. And then let's see here. Thank you all for helping me celebrate the birthday of 60th anniversary of the great Hornhead Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. Wednesday night. Well, first of all, tomorrow night I should be hanging out like I do every Tuesday and Thursday at the great Tom Connor's Midnight's Edge After Dark at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then if Loki's having a comic roundtable at 7 p.m. Wednesday night, I'll be there. In the meantime, you can also find me back in this channel Wednesday night, Wildcarders and Wildcard Wednesday night, 9 p.m. All four of my shows are 4 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then Thursday night, as Mark had mentioned, the wonderful First Officer, number 1, and the great Chief Engineer, Mark, and I will have our Clubhouse reviews. Let's see, another episode of Blake 7. The episode is Hostage. We will be reviewing the first episode of the regular series of Kolchak the Night Stalker. We did the 2 movies already, the telefilms, The Night Stalker and The Night Strangler. And then, of course, we're going to have a comic book review, Star Trek Unlimited, number 1. Looking forward to that. And then Friday night on the Great J-Man's channel, Sean and I will join him to begin Fantastic Fridays. We're going to, just as we just got through doing the Frank Miller Daredevil run for Fearless Fridays. We finished that up last week, and now we're on to Fantastic Fridays. We're going to review all of Jack King Kirby's legendary, extraordinary run, one of the most important runs of all the comics, on Fantastic Four, his creation, of course, number 1 through 102, and all 6 of the annuals. So that I am looking forward to. I do believe our good buddy Nick Weiser will have the comic shop talk this weekend, Friday night, which I will usually join the Friday Night Comic Shop Boys, 8:30 Central. And then it is time for Saturday Night Star Trek. Oddly enough, on Saturday night, 9 p.m. Central. Same. You'll figure. Same Trek time, same Clobberin channel. 4 more scintillating episodes of Star Trek Voyager, beginning season 6. Getting there. And it's coming soon to a Clobberin near you. I will be ranking and rating every episode of the original Star Trek, the original series, and maybe even the movies and the animated show as well. So
nice.
Yeah, gonna be fun. Let me do some shout outs and we'll get out of here.
Yep.
Eric K, Chris Persia, D. Bud Martin, Lord Thoth, J Man, Maddie's Daddy, Cal L, Phantom Outsider, Max Redstone, Larry, and let's see. Everyone who joined us tonight, thank you so much. JT Kirk, Gwagnar, thank you, buddy. Joe Dog, Wes Cagle, Matthew Pounder, Christopher Crockett, good, thank you, buddy, for being here with me. Kevin Everson, good to see you. Everyone who's lurking out there, thank you so much for being here with us. And everyone watching on the download or rewatch rather, thank you so much. Son Lee. Penny was here, of course. FKH was here. Claude Sowling was here. Elver Belamonte. Grim was here. Could not be reached for further comment was here. Let's see. Parker Luck was here. Oh, Read by Nature was here. All right. Wes Cagle, buddy. Thank you for being here with us tonight. Oh, I didn't get to say goodbye to Chris Persia, damn it. But
good night, Chris Persia. Yep.
Let's see. He already ran, but it says for him, he said it's either Gene Cole or David Mazzucchelli. So I don't know who he voted for then. Joe Dog said I would put Frank Miller at 1 and David Mazzucchelli at 2. Well, I definitely understand. From Miller won in a landslide. Ironhide 84. Ravenscroft. All right. It takes a while to get to my anime night. Thank you for being here. It takes a bit to get to everybody because unless we got to scroll to them and stuff. So
a lot of scrolling going on.
Salty traveling sea, yes. 1701 text, buddy. Glad you were here, bro. Almost there to the bottom of it. Sometimes it takes longer than others. Captain Infinity and beyond. Dr. Bob's Nightmare. Doc Fortune. What's that, Doc? I didn't even see him pop in. Stephen S. was here. All right. Send him a go, buddy. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Adrian James. LDJ Free the Net, my friend. Thank you. I think we almost got everybody, but could be a few more. You never know. I'm going to go on a limb, though, and say that we probably, because other than, of course, the wonderful Apollome's Minion, and that is everybody. So thank you all so much. Adega Outlaw just popped in. Hey, Adega Outlaw. Adega. Good to see you, sir. Hope you were doing well. Live long and prosper to you and to all. So, everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. It's been a blast. And it was always great celebrating the man without fear. Thank you for celebrating the 60th anniversary of Daredevil with me. And I love him, and I hope, man, well, who knows? I hope that TV show turns out all right, but don't count on it. So, anyway, where were we? All right, everybody. So, I will, what am I doing? What am I doing? Oh.
I don't know.
Have an extraordinary remainder of your evening. I mean, you're in a hope it's a good start to your week. See you soon, everybody. Yippee one on.
Clobberin time! Clobber animal! Groovy. time.